Hey.
You know me and my chick at
Oh, here we
10
go.
months yesterday.
That's cute. That's cool.
Hey,
I thought it was longer, honestly.
Hey, you know
Feels like
you're
forever.
you know
went
you're
golfing on your
Grom
anniversary?
still when you like
Still keep track of the months.
Keep a track on what month dating.
Yeah, usually you're
you
stressed out because it's been 2 years and you don't know.
He went golfing on his anniversary.
Shout out to Hesh Boy and Hesh Girl, 10 months in.
Hey, remember, you're supposed to forget, and then her be like, "Do you know what today is?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's like Wednesday." No, it's our anniversary, asshole.
I can't be like you, dude. I can't fuck it up.
Like,
Damn.
how am I supposed to remember an anniversary I don't have? I'm single, bud.
Hey, you've been dating her 10 months. Do you think you're gonna marry her or no?
Oh, he's in. He's in.
And we're live, so this
Yeah,
is,
yeah. Tell the audience.
you're gonna marry her?
I never said I was coming.
What?
Are you gonna make? Are you gonna? Hey, hey,
just
hey.
said
We
it 2
we got
seconds
that
ago.
on footage. So, are you gonna make her hyphen Hesh as well?
Hesh Boy's marrying his chick.
You're
Like
just-
Hesh
girl?
Baka?
You just committed a long-term investment.
Hesh
right
Boy and
now.
Hesh Girl.
Fuck it, I guess.
Hey,
I
come
now
here.
pronounce you
Hey, come
Mr.
here.
and Mrs. Hesh Girl.
Come here. You have to tell everybody on air right now that you're gonna marry your chick.
You look at the camera.
No. You have to look at the camera too.
Sit on Ritter's lap.
Come here.
Yeah, get in there, buddy.
Sit on Daddy's lap.
That's a little weird, but alright.
Oh, yeah.
Now look dead in that camera, and let everybody know that you're gonna marry your chick.
I'm gonna marry my chick, I guess.
I guess.
Oh,
Dio was so
Oh,
convincing.
dude, it's like I'm fucking 18. Like I don't really.
You're the
know
one
what
that said
fuck's
it,
gonna
buddy.
Happen and like, you know, like.
Hey, just get up and.
Yeah, you should go.
you should-
You should go. You really
Hey, that was
backtracked.
talk.
Hesh, that was hard as fuck.
I'm trying my best.
Nah, I back it. I back it.
I'm trying my best. Right?
Nah, that was hard.
Nah, it's cool. That was hard.
He said that was hard.
Real men have feelings.
Hey,
Hey, real men are hard.
hey, you're
Straight
killing
up.
it. Hey, and your chick's dope, so you should not fuck it up.
I'm glad you know how the rest of your life's looking, though. It's cool. That'd
For
be
real,
dope.
you got
Yeah.
the rest of your life figured out.
Just do it now.
Honestly, I would propose right when she gets back. She won't even see it coming. Right before this comes out. Because then she'll know.
That'd be sick.
We'll get cameras going and everything. I mean, whatever, dude.
I like the get up today, Christian Dresser, purple
Yeah.
pants.
Purple.
Low key hard as fuck.
I feel like
So-
Axel wearing these pants.
Is that a normal get up for you? Like, is that?
Since I started working at Vans, they got all kinds of crazy shit. So I don't know. Kind of seems like something I've been doing lately. So
True.
How long you been working at Vans?
about 6 months now,
All right.
something like that.
All right.
Who knows?
Well,
We'll get
Christian
some discount codes to come.
A little bit.
I
Yo,
meant
hook
for all
your
of us.
guy up.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Just
trying
hook
to-
us up, bud.
Vans is the best. Vans is actually has like the cleanest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a new
Vans.
pair of Vans yesterday or 2 days ago.
But my foot is kind of fucked up from.
So do you always have a fresh pair of kicks? Like
Dude,
almost no matter
it's
what.
kind of bad because, like, especially you have a discount when you work there. I buy way too many shoes because it's like $20 for a pair of shoes.
You can't not.
It's
Yeah.
so hard.
So it's like a good discount. You're able to like.
yeah.
Nice.
No,
It's
not
a-
not
it's a-
allowed to disclose
it's
this
a healthy
information.
discount.
Yeah, he's like, I am not gonna say how much.
I can't say
get
that
out."
it's 70%, but
It's,
75.
it's a healthy discount.
$20
So-
a shoe. I'd buy 6 sets a month.
So Christian Dresser, straight out of X Games, we were all super hyped for you. I remember a few years ago when I met you for the first time. That was literally one of the things that you sort of talked about, and I remember you saying it back then, like you were super realistic on it, and you were like, I would love to go to X Games one day, but I know that that's a tough bargain. So 2022. You made it.
Yeah.
What how was it? What after everything, how are you feeling about it?
After everything, there's a lot I could say, but I'm disappointed with how I rode, first of all, which people get mad at me when I say that because they're like, oh, you made it to X Games, in which, like, I get that. Like, I still can't even grasp it in my mind, like, that I got that invite, like, because there's thousands of other people they could have picked other than me, and they picked me for whatever reason. So, I mean, yeah, I'm blessed enough to have gotten that invite, and it's just a rider's mentality type of thing, you know. Like, I wasn't happy with how I rode. You know, I could have performed better, but the spotlight gets to you, seeing like the X Games banners everywhere and all the big wig camera people out there. So It gets pretty gnarly.
I thought it was good. I thought you're pretty damn cracked and you earned that spot.
Yeah, you're so like humble and you're like, oh, I don't know how I
Yeah,
got that
I think
invite. Like
you're
you've
down,
earned
but-
it. I mean, even like Big Hill Jam was badass. Like
Sweet.
obviously people saw that Red Bull Imagination. Like you've done a lot of good things for people to notice.
Yeah.
Do you think it sort of stemmed from the win at Big Hill Jam?
Definitely. I don't think I would have gotten the invite if I didn't win the Big Hill Jam. But I also think that a big part of my invite was from doing Red Bull Imagination and getting to know everybody there. So I think that was a major help. But definitely Big Hill Jam was like the cherry on top. For sure.
The imagination's pretty cracked. Like the whole setup of that whole entire like
so
event.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's a skate park. It's a dirt park.
Yeah.
Literally. It's like a mega park for skateboards. It's
Yeah,
like-
literally. And it's like, hey, if you mess up, like, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
A lot of that's
Yeah.
kind of like style oriented too. Like
Yeah.
you have a different unique style. You're taller. You like I don't know, just like your riding style in general. Like I was watching clips literally today, and I was like, this guy's like, you don't look the same as everybody else when you throw whips.
Yeah,
I think that's a big perk.
Thank you.
absolutely.
Do you think it
We'll blow up.
comes from do you think it comes from like BMX and because you grew up riding BMX and I think I've heard you say skating before, right?
Yeah, I started off skateboarding when I was younger, and then I kind of transitioned into BMX just because I always rode dirt bikes and stuff. So I think just because I did both of those sports, like they're basically style based in my opinion. So I kind of just, style is a big thing that I, kept in mind. So
I think it's a big thing nowadays in general too.
Yeah.
Is like like you could have the biggest chicks, gnarliest stuff. Like, kind of goes a long ways with the style. It just adds a bit more.
Style's kind of taken over nowadays. Like
Yeah.
if something's like super pleasing to watch, I almost feel like that's going to get more hits than something that's just massive.
And you could implant it with like mad skill, then you're on.
Yeah, 100%.
style never dies.
So you grew up in Florida. Remember we talked about a while ago. We talked about that you grew up in Oviedo,
Grew up in Oviedo.
Adam LZ, all those
Mhm.
dudes.
Yep, Adam. I used to work for Adam, and then Zuri, all the homies.
Damn, you're coming straight out of the fucking YouTube world.
Yeah.
out of the moist world.
Yeah,
right
right.
back to the other
Yeah.
YouTube world.
Yeah.
the warehouse, backworks type stuff. So
Gotcha. Okay.
That dude's a grinder. He gets his stuff done. He's pretty sick.
Yeah, he's
I
killing it.
enjoyed watching his stuff a lot.
yeah.
Did you like working for somebody like that? Did you ever think about doing YouTube yourself or no?
I've always thought about it. YouTube, I'm definitely lacking on it. I've always been wanting to do YouTube, but it's just so hard to get into. Like
Yeah.
it's people don't realize how much work it is to edit like a full YouTube video and post it and like do that consecutively and like constantly and like I praise these fuckers. for
Yeah,
doing that,
literally a
like,
full-time
every
job.
week.
It's just
ridiculous.
it's consistency's key, but yeah, it's a fucking roller coaster of emotions for sure.
Yeah, you said yesterday or something that you guys haven't missed a week in like a
Over
year
a
or
year.
something, right?
2 years we haven't missed a week,
That's
and
insane.
if we did miss a week, we'll counter back with 2, and then
Right.
sometimes it kind of just sucks because like lately our strikes and stuff. So
Wasn't it usually like if you were late, like an issue with YouTube or something, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it wasn't you guys. You had it ready to
No,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's definitely like a full time like thing. Like in for you to like ride, it's hard for a rider like you to be riding, filming, and it's your own program because you know what, it does cost money to have a filmer. You know,
for sure.
gladly I have like me and Jackson. We could like boy up and fucking film each other. For
Yeah.
someone like him, it'd be really hard, but. You know, like that comes with like kind of a team. Like if you had somebody on your back, like filming and stuff, you would be game on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost need to find like a little Grom, like a mini
Yeah,
hash
I
boy.
know.
You almost need to
Yeah.
find you like a Ryan Ritter or like a Hesh Boy film.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. More
Or a Bowboy.
probably
Hash
younger.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more like a hash boy.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody like me.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
I'll use
grumpy all the
Hey
time.
Hey Doug's like
Just
my
grumpy.
hash girl. So
Oh yeah, true. So your chick actually shoots photos. That's actually fucking
Yeah.
That's
Has she
clutch.
gotten into
Oh, there you
the
go,
video
yeah.
stuff at all?
no,
She's
but-
good photos though.
Yeah, she
really
does.
good.
She actually
kills
does
it.
take good photos. I
Yeah,
see
she does like
Oakley
weddings and
posted
stuff,
one.
right?
Yeah, she kills it.
That's badass.
Do you have her just do like iPhone clips and shit though? Because she's obviously got to know.
Yeah,
like,
she'll take my iPhone clips sometimes.
that's actually sick though. That goes a long ways.
Yeah,
Like,
The
as long
reels
as you
pop
have-
off, man.
They
They
do.
get those boys in Splice. Just go to Splice and just edit it up.
Go to Spl-
I use Video Leap.
Video leak.
I praise Video Leap. That's like my favorite editing app on iPhones.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
used
Damn,
to
I
use
don't.
iMovie. Used to use everything, but Video Leap's a shit.
See, I'm weird. Even if I get iPhone clips and I want them like edited or mashed up, I'll just throw them in Final Cut and
Yeah, I'm the same way. But we're like it's muscle memory on
so accustomed
just
to Final Cut.
Final Cut is so easy for us.
I don't post any unless he sends them to me.
Yeah,
Like, hey, those edited yet? All right,
that's
cool.
how it is with most.
So riding with all of the top dudes, like I'm not kidding. Like you were riding with Jared McNeil, like Axel, you know, all these guys. Like it's pretty intimidating. Like when you were saying like you were like nervous, I could definitely understand. But
Yeah.
like, give me like something like how that felt in general.
Honestly, it wasn't even like I wasn't nervous riding against any of those guys because I've kind of gotten to know a lot of them from this past year that I've lived out here, and a few of the guys have gotten to like, you know, kind of be friends with me and take me in kind of thing. So I've gotten to know the guys, and I actually went to go ride at Axel's like a month before X Games, like before I even found out I got invited. So like it's been cool to get to know these guys and everything. And I also like Imagination helped because I rode with all those guys out there, and that was like a full week. We were basically like roommates for the week. It was kind of like a summer
True.
camp. Yeah,
You had to
like
get to
summer
know each
camp
other.
type
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, so that helped. But I feel like more of the nerves came from just knowing that it was X Games.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Like you said, all
Yeah.
the TVs around, all the
yeah,
banners
just
and
like
shit.
just knowing that what it is in the
Yeah.
background
This
of it.
X
like-
Games nerves in general for every athlete that has been in there. I'm assuming it's just it's the
through the roof.
childhood like mecca competition.
dream.
For sure.
You know, it's actually insane.
I can
Even if
still-
you don't do any of that, like growing up as a racer, like you'd be like, oh, I'd kill to be in X Games. Like
Yeah,
even when they
Yes.
had the speed and style and stuff, like that's what we grew up watching.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like anything X Games, like like you said, you felt like it was a long shot probably your whole life. You never thought you'd probably go or get invited. And it's badass that you did. And I honestly think that it's not going to be the first and only time. I absolutely think they're going to want to use you as like the next up and comer for them to use and promote.
Young, good looking, talented. That's what they're looking for.
Exactly.
We'll
Very
see.
marketable.
I got a lot
Yeah.
to learn. So
During that like whole X Games stint, did you like in the moment, did you find yourself getting like distracted or like kind of down on yourself at all, like before the event was over? Like were you kind of sitting there thinking like, God, these guys are going big, or like, oh, I don't know if I got it, or like were you in the zone the whole time and then afterwards you kind of dwelled and
Yeah, that's
like,
a good
didn't-
question. Like, was it fun for you? Or
like
were
what,
you
yeah, or was it, or did you
No.
make it stressful on yourself in the moment?
it was super fun, but I won't lie. The day before, I got super stressed out and had like full breakdown moment because there was just a whole spiel of things that were happening that day, and then I like BMC called me and he was like, "Oh, we got some bent axle bolts on your suspension." Like literally, he showed it to me, and my axle nut that goes and holds my suspension together and like my
Sweet.
linkage, dude, it was like bent.
Oh
like,
my God.
90 degrees.
At least you caught it though.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
Shout
don't
out to
know.
Bent
BMC.
over broke.
Dude,
Yeah.
I guess I pocket dialed Jared as we're speaking now, and I said, "Young, good-looking, talented. Tell me what's wrong. What's going on?"
I think I heard it go off. I think I heard it go off. Because I
My
was like,
bad.
wait, whose phone
Look,
is
it
it? Hey,
says-
send it.
No way.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to Jared McNeil. I hope he sees this at some point and
Yeah.
knows that
I'm
that's,
like,
that's
what?
why.
I
That's
said
so.
that, I'm like, "What the hell?"
Did it send?
It's so
Yeah,
funny.
I guess I pocket called him, and he was just listening to the convo.
Oh, that's awesome,
Okay, maybe he just was. That's funny.
dude. That's
That's
classic.
hilarious.
That's fun.
Yeah, Jared's the man, dude.
Jared is an
very
OG,
world
yeah.
or world class freaking athlete, but just badass dude in general.
Yeah.
Just a
What
good
was it
dude.
like?
That's the man.
Like you're on that cusp of like not being an average kid anymore, and now you're kind of like crossing over to being like one of those dudes. But so like you work at Vans all the time.
Yeah.
Did you have to like tell your boss, hey, I need Wednesday and Thursday off because I got invited to X Games to compete in Best Whip. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
How did that go?
They were cool with it just because like everybody kind of knows what.
were you
X Games
scheduled
is.
to work those days?
I mean, was going to, but then I was like, yo, I'm gonna need like a week or two off.
Yeah.
Like I gotta prepare for this mentally. So
Yeah, for sure.
I need some
That's
time to
totally
myself.
Very
I do
understandable.
not want to work.
If I were like your manager, I'd be like, you'd go after it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
for
I would ask for a raise. Be like, you're employing a
Yeah.
X Games athlete. Like,
right.
let's just bump
In
it.
aspect, you could be bringing
no, but I
people
think I
in.
just took like a week off and
They were cool about it?
Yeah,
Like,
they were
That's cool.
about it, so.
And did you say that they must have an idea that you ride dirt bikes or something?
Yeah, when I got hired there, I kind of told them, and then my manager like researched me and like they found like the Red Bull Imagination stuff and did all that. So
Like, dude, homie's cracked. What?
They're like,
I
damn,
didn't know
this
you
fool
were
works
chill
here.
like that.
Yeah.
Straight
This
up.
fool works here.
They're like,
I can't
maybe-
dab Ritter up because
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
it's funny.
They're like, fuck, we probably shouldn't schedule this kid 5 days a week because he looks like he actually has something going in his life. That's sick, though.
that is badass.
How did you get the invite? Like, was it through an email? Did they give you a ring on the telly? Like, how
Yeah.
did that work?
And how'd you
It was-
react to it?
It was an email, but that was actually kind of a funny story. So I woke up to a text message from, I'm not gonna say her name, but one of the girls that was like an event coordinator for all the big events, and I got to know her a little bit at Imagination. There, her and another guy it's like her partner, I guess, that they work with. I got to know them really well at Imagination, and when I left there, they kind of told me like, oh, like you're in our thoughts for like X Games and stuff, but like, you know, like we want to see some progression, whatever. And yeah, so I got the text message from this girl that morning, and she said, hey, just wanted you to check your email to make sure you got what we sent you. And then I checked it, and when I first got the message from her, I kind of knew like what it was, and then yeah, I saw the email and kind of broke down.
That's rad.
That's sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do we have a caller?
Dude, Jared, you got any words for your guy over here just being dummy cracked on the moto?
Yeah, just jumping in on a pocket call here, just driving my van right now. I've got a cop behind me. He's looking sus as.
All right, man. We'll catch you later. Love you.
I'll ask that question again. He's just looking in my door.
You got anything for your dummy cracked moto dude over here?
Hey, buddy.
You know what? He did really well. I'm pretty impressed by Christian's efforts at X Games this past year. Good to see him get an invite.
Thanks, buddy.
Dude,
Hey, you're a fucking legend, Jared.
good ass dude.
We love you,
Good
buddy.
compliment from the best in the game.
Yeah, we weren't talking shit on you or anything.
We were just talking about how pretty Christian was.
I heard handsome, I heard young, and I was getting pocket called. And just sitting here with Eric, my filmer, and we were just earwigging for a little bit. And, you know, I was like, you know, just chuck me in. I'm handsome, I'm young, kind of old. I'm a bit of a veteran. I'm not Christian, obviously, but
They're like, these
Yeah.
fuckers are complimenting me right now.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, we love you, big dog. We'll talk to you soon.
cheers, guys.
Later.
Podcast. Later.
Adios.
We're just gonna have a quick chin wag real quick.
My
Yeah,
bad.
right.
That might have been a distraction. My bad, but
No,
at
that
least it
was-
was Jared. It was relevant to our combo.
That was.
That was
That's
awesome.
which is mad weird. Like,
Yeah.
what Siri? I was literally brought up Jared.
Phone's listening.
that is fucking weird.
Yo, AI.
dude. But
I
that
feel-
was clutch.
What's good, AI? You
AI
tripping on us?
AI is
Usually it
heavy.
fucks you over. You're just
Yeah.
like, oh shoot, I just called.
That's funny.
Jared's a legend. Jared was our first guest on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was sick. I
He
watched
seems
that
to be the
podcast.
most supportive for all the athletes in the gym.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he's he's like kind of like the grandfather, not older. Like he's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
the dude that's like he's done it, and
Yeah.
like
He's the
dudes
OG.
like him. He'll walk up to you and like talk you up and stuff.
Yeah,
And-
he,
and kinda
he's
like help
his
him
fan
through it.
interactions by far probably the best.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he'll
he
give
is.
anyone the time of day.
He
Jared's an awesome
definitely
dude.
was like, you could tell like when he was there, he's like the fucking man.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Godfather.
we appreciate Jared.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't know if you
Jared.
can give him that because technically the Godfather
that's-
is Mike Metzger. right?
Yeah,
Is he?
he,
Is he the
I don't
he
know
is the God.
necessarily. I
Technically-
would say TP.
Well,
Yeah.
no. He has the nickname, the Godfather.
Yeah,
Oh,
Because I think
okay.
that's the
does.
first
Yeah.
backflip ever.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. Back
but
to
as
back.
far as go, I mean, I might have to get that one to TP.
for
but
X Games, that
X
was
Games, McNeil,
crazy.
for sure.
That 20 years ago
up
that
there.
day, he did the back-to-back backflips, and then Homie did the back-to-back
Rob
front
Adelberg,
flips.
Yeah.
Damn.
When you watch that shit, or do you just think that that's fucking like for somebody who goes upside down and backwards doing whips, which is stupid. Like when you watch dudes do front flips over 120-foot ramps, are you just like, fuck that or what?
Yeah, I mean, I won't even do a backflip. Like, I got people asking me all the time, like, when are you gonna do a backflip? And I'm
Actually,
like,
that's
"No."
probably when you told everybody at your job that you got invited to X Games. They're probably like, "No way,
my
you
God,
do
you flip?"
fucking
first
backflips."
question.
Really?
I swear. Like, I mean, probably. I'm
So we will
pretty sure
never
people
see a
would just
freestyle
ask.
future.
Do you have the
for
mental
Christian
block,
Dresser.
like the backflip block? Like
Yeah,
you,
I don't
you,
know.
like,
I'm just
flipped on a
like,
trampoline and it's just like doesn't. It's just not
I
like.
just
I
feel
think
like I
that's what
want
I
to
have.
progress more as a rider before I do a flip.
Yeah.
So
See, dude,
don't
I
know.
was totally opposite on BMX. Like I learned to flip before I did anything.
Yeah, you're
I
one
could
of
backflip,
those.
but I can't do shit.
That's
Yeah.
sick though.
I was a kid watching 199 Lives, thinking it was so sweet.
Yeah, you got
Just-
flips down though. I feel like you could hop on like a big bike and flip.
I want to. We should learn together. I think you'd.
I'd flip.
He's like, I gotta go.
I'd flip a pit bike maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at Matto's house in the foam pit or Jared's, or I need a
Yeah,
foam
de-
pit.
Definitely, probably Jared's.
I
Even
think you
that
would
would
do
freak
it and
me
you would
out.
realize how like simple it is.
Hey, but then I
Yeah.
see Matto's kid flip a Strider, and I'm like baddest thing ever. But I'm like,
Gangster.
that kid just did it, and he wasn't scared. And I'm sitting over here, a grown ass man, and I'm scared.
I know, but I mean, not taking.
But
any,
look where he comes from.
yeah, I was gonna say not taking anything away from Lil Cruzy at all, but bro, when your dad is Matto and like,
It's in the
if you're,
blood.
if
I
you're
feel like you
not
almost
doing
have
back,
something you have to kind of. live
yeah,
up.
he's got to go bigger. He's got to do like a quadruple backflip or something. I mean, Sheeny's already done the triple.
Yep.
Dude.
And what's
And
his
J.O.
name? And J.O.'s working on putting that to
How much more can you
competition.
actually go?
We've asked that for like the last 10 years, and,
And
to
then they
see
still
the
going
evolution
more.
is
I don't-
ridiculous.
Dude, I feel like it's capped now. I don't think you could do more than.
Well,
3.
like we were,
Yeah.
we were saying the other day, like it's almost like BMX now on a dirt bike, like
Yeah.
the freestyle. Like they're doing flares and stuff. Like I never thought that day would come. It's like at what point is too far, too much, or like it's like if every time you think there's nothing more that can be done, something else happens. And like now, like let's transition into the quarter pipe.
Yeah, the
like
quarter
look at
pipe's
the quarter
just
pipe.
insane.
I never saw that happening in my entire life. And then now, like,
It's
look
evolved so fast,
dude, from the
like,
first year they did it to now, they're almost 20 feet higher than they were the
Yeah.
first year.
Yeah.
Axel said in his post afterwards that he has no choice. He has to go 50.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like they would Colby go on his 40 run,
48.
48, like
Yeah.
8 or something crazy like that, like almost 49.
Yeah. Have you ever hit the quarter pipe?
Yeah. Have
Nope.
you ever thought about
Nope.
that?
Nope. But
Same thing as that something that you watch and you're like, fuck.
But
I
that's
could
more
maybe play
realistic
with
of you
that.
trying,
Yeah.
maybe, right? Than
that I feel like I'd kind of grasp a little better.
And
but
you're a BMX kid.
Yeah, but it's still scary. Like standing at the bottom of that ramp, it's massive.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's
even
still-
for like you, like you're not a huge moto guy, but you rip pit bikes. Like, do you think being a BMX guy, do you think you could just mob into a quarter and hit it like
I
that, Casey?
think like that, but like I'm kind of like on Jared's like because I spin right. My natural is to spin right, so I'd probably be the only dude doing the right hand of the quarter.
Gotcha.
Oh, I didn't
that's,
think about
that's
that.
my thing. Is
But
I
you don't
feel
have
like
the
You do
option,
right
right?
as well, but I almost when I look at it, I feel like going left would almost be better.
For sure.
But
That's what I think
I
too.
don't like when I ride BMX. I don't like
Go
I
left.
can air left, obviously, but like
Yeah.
comfortably, I'm going right. So, but like for
Damn.
some reason, I look at it, even on pitters, I'm like, you do like left is almost feeling better still.
Yeah.
And Jared
Yeah.
still goes left, although he spins right.
Yeah.
So it's
So I almost feel like it kind of implants like a little bit of like less advantage for Jared. You
right,
know,
Yeah.
right.
Obviously
he's like
not,
battling
like-
against himself too.
obviously not because
Yeah.
these guys, but
Yeah.
like he goes his natural thing's right, but he's like pushing himself to go left.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Haven't you hit a quarter pipe on a pit bike?
Yeah.
Like that, but the actual lip?
Yeah.
How is that?
I mean, I bodied on. I tried. Well,
I
I didn't really
remember
hit
the
it as
first
much.
time.
I'd only hit it a couple times, but I just wanted to
I
flare so
remember
bad.
yeah.
that.
He just
I-
flat landed on his back.
Yeah, I do remember that, and you sent it multiple times.
Yeah.
That's what I
You did
love
land
about
it though, right?
The flare?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you didn't. I thought you did eventually.
I took too
Oh,
many
flare.
slams.
She's just done.
Yeah, I had to
Too
throw
many
in the towel
backiotomies.
on that one, but I wanted to do it eventually. Like if I were in pit bikes, I would have definitely did the flare.
Yeah.
Do you think these whip contests are gonna steer more towards the 120 or the 110 ramp over the 75?
After the dude that just won, yeah.
That dude is a
I think that's-
gangster.
That
Yeah.
was the biggest whip I've ever seen on
Yeah.
a dirt bike.
Shout out to Julian.
Hands down. Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce his name.
Van Stippen.
Okay, yeah, Julian Van Stippen. But yeah, when we watched that in person, there was
Yeah.
like a moment when he came off the ramp and like just cranked it. It was like, whoa. And then
Everybody
like
thought he was
everybody just
looping.
went silent for a second.
Thought he
And
was
it
gonna die.
Yeah, thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
and just somehow it
Nailed it.
floated back around. And
Yeah, that was
definitely.
The fact that we're even saying like thought he was gonna die because these things are come to the point where
You have to push that.
you
edge.
have to
It's-
push
yeah,
that.
yeah,
yeah.
Like
that
the
gnarly.
suspense when you're there, like for the best whip alone, like the obviously the quarter pipe, it's actually insane. Like the X Games doesn't give it as much justice on
Yeah.
like the holy shit he has to
Yeah.
do bigger
Yeah.
whip.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it kind of seems like it's like pretty chill and laid back from the TV.
yeah. It makes it seem that way, but it is
Yeah.
gnarlier than it looks because you're.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot going into it that doesn't really.
Yeah. Well, and it's crazy too, because like this year, I definitely think in the competition was by far the best it's been in a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
Yeah, and-
even like quarter pipe whip, like everyone was kind of like back and forth, and I feel like it hasn't quite been like that in previous years. But it's crazy because like I feel like every year best whip, it's like Wanky's gonna be there,
Axel,
Axel's gonna
Tom
be
P.
there, Barrowman if he's healthy, but like the Van Stippen, like I personally haven't heard of the guy really. And I remember
what's
someone
sick is a lot of people
saying,
haven't.
yeah, and like someone told me a while back, like, oh yeah, he got invited. What was last year or a few
He
years
went
ago?
to he went
Tokyo.
to Japan.
Yeah, Japan, but
which
like
was only a few months.
and
ago.
and he did good, I think.
Third.
But like wasn't the standout like he was here. He's
No.
like that was another level, another
Well,
gear.
I met that fool a year ago, probably like a year ago right now, and he was actually staying with Jared, and he would come over and ride Maddo's all the time, and he was like practicing his freestyle tricks, and he would do some pretty good turn downs. Like I can't fucking turn down at all.
He
So
just, like,
he was
unlocked
going
the
pretty
perk.
big, but yeah, like he
Must have just unlocked it out of nowhere.
100%. Like
Yeah.
he fucking found a cheat code somewhere.
There was a cheat
Yeah.
code
It
for
was,
sure.
it was unbelievable because he
prestiged.
did it like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like the same, like just as big
Really?
every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
So he had it on lock.
I
Yeah.
like that it was a 2-jump system though, opposed to one.
Yeah.
Do you like that better too? Like being a rider?
Yes and no. I would prefer it more if both ramps were the same. Or I don't know, just because for me that first ramp was kind of throwing me off, the Levi ramp, because it was like a super kicker type
Yeah.
ramp that I haven't had that much time on those types of ramps. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. But I think it would be cool to have like either an option with 2 75-foot ramps like the standard setup, or like a 75 and a 110. So like have all 3 options.
Yeah.
So I think that would be
Yeah.
cool.
I've always heard that Axel's house, like the ramps are a little different.
Yeah.
Is it really hard to adapt to? Like, were you not is it a lot different than what you've been used to or riding on, or is it just like little things here and there,
It was definitely,
or is it quite a bit noticeable?
it was different for sure.
Yeah.
His second ramp is like he's got 2 that are on each sides of the 110 ramp.
Yeah.
And they're both 75 feet, which is like the standard ramp setup. And those feel fine, but just that first ramp is just different for me.
Yeah, the Levi ramp.
Is the
but
one
yeah.
going
One goes left, one goes right.
the one that goes left, is that one like awkward to hit?
Um,
Because I didn't notice
Yeah,
a bunch of guys hit that.
I
one.
just never really wanted to hit that one just because, I don't
Yeah.
know, they're both 75s. And
Yeah.
I
I think it
just
was awkward range too. It was like right when you land, you have to shift up and
Well, that and a lot of people like it looked like everyone landed on the brakes if you were
Yeah.
hitting 75. Like
Yeah.
people would land the first one, like Wanky did really hard. He'd
Wanky
like
comes
land
almost to a
and almost
stop.
to a stop. Yeah, and yeah.
because he has to like kind of get ready for
Readjust.
the next
Yeah.
jump. Oh, okay, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
No,
like
he
they were
won't.
braking so hard. Unless you're hitting the 120, I don't think you can really
Is
brake.
that just so that
Yeah.
he doesn't come in mobbing too fast at the second one?
Yeah, when you hit a 75 foot ramp setup, like you have to hit it on a 450. We come into it super slow in second
Yeah.
gear and then crack it like as soon as our front wheel like touches the bottom of the ramp.
like Bearman style. Just-
Yeah. So but yeah, so when you hit the first one, you definitely got to check up really hard to hit the 75. But for the 110, you either have to click up in the air or click up when you land in the third, and
That's
kind of
sketchy.
cruise into it like third gear, you know, so it's bike's not bogging, and then like same thing as a 75, like right before the
raw.
bottom of the ramp, just raw. Yeah. Right
How
into it.
was the 110? Did you fuck with it or was it sketchy?
I liked it, but my first time ever hitting that ramp was the day before the contest.
Yeah.
And it was super cool. I was stoked I finally hit the 120 for
It's
the
gotta be
first
so
time.
scary too.
It was at like 110 feet, but
That's
usually
got to be so weird coming into a ramp at third gear.
yeah, it's trippy, especially because his setup is like you're jumping over the quarter pipe and the brick walls.
Yes, you don't really
built
want to
over.
case it.
No.
Yeah, all those
Yeah, no, the
massive
brick wall
ramps.
thing is sus.
Yeah,
But, I mean, like,
especially Creed's
dude,
at
So
Creed's
intimidating.
quarter
Like,
pipe.
what?
Dude.
The
Creed's,
hell?
Creed's quarter pipe scared the shit out of me.
And
But I-
Bierman got hella close last year too.
Did he?
To that ramp.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
insane. I
Yeah.
thought Axel though this year turned up his whips way more. Like
100%.
Yeah,
he definitely stepped something up.
For
Where It was
sure.
like wow, like it was noticeable change because
It was either
yeah.
that he was like saving those in the bag and like just wasn't really showing it, or he just popped off that day and was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking
Well, I
save
feel
Yeah,
like-
I think it was a mix of both.
Yeah.
He's a competitor.
Yeah.
too, like-
he is, but it's crazy because like I feel like in the past, like I'd see him practice and I'd be like, dude, I don't see anyone going bigger. But then in the competition, they're still big, but not like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not saying it's pressure, maybe not. I don't know, but like this year, I felt like was like his actual potential. He came to play and
Which is
he
crazy
threw it
because-
so big.
dude, the quarter pipe was like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
definitely you seen him like he wanted that.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like game
crazy
face the
that
entire
like
time.
Colby last
Yeah.
second like that suspense was what I was talking
Yeah.
about. Like
Yeah.
sitting there and
Waiting.
just how quiet it was. It was quiet.
That had to have been like a movie, huh?
Dude, it was. Remember, it was quiet when Colby
Yeah.
was up
Yeah.
because you know Axel was doing good. He was up by like a good amount.
Yeah.
and it was like
It seemed like he was
silent.
gonna win. Like he
Yeah,
it felt like
Well, and I
he
think he had the
comfortably
mental
had it.
part of that. Like I think he had what it took.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Colby's insane, dude. I have so much respect for him on the quarter pipe, like unreal.
Yeah.
But I'm curious if Axel had went last, if he could have.
I mean, it's an advantage.
I mean, you don't know, but I feel like going last is an advantage.
I even asked him too. I was like, I mean, it is kind of an advantage, right, for him to go last. Like, obviously, he earned that spot though.
He did. He did.
You know,
absolutely.
he's like, even Axel said, he's like, it comes with winning. So I was
Yeah.
like, well, that's totally understandable. But like, you know, it's all AI. It's not even like somebody's opinion. Everything that is
Yeah,
judged
to a T.
basically is an opinion,
Yeah.
which is totally understandable because like these are professional like
Right.
judges, and that is like you can't beat around the bush, man.
No, it's
You
straight.
know, like
freaking
it's
science. Approved.
science. It is. It's
Yeah.
all laser.
Yeah.
So
I actually didn't know that until you said that. I was always curious how they judge the height of that.
it's pretty insane.
I'll give Colby credit though. That fool is one of the only dudes left that I feel like if there's like if it comes down to the line and he has to like
Die or win.
risk his life or
Literally.
win,
Yeah,
He just
will
doesn't
risk his
Actually,
life.
He
because
doesn't give a
how high
fuck,
they go.
dude.
Like it's literally come to a point where
life
it's
or
like
death.
Right.
you know
like,
these dudes are blowing their wheels
Yeah.
out during practice.
that last
Oh, yeah.
hit that Axel had was so big, and then for Colby to line up and like taking off, he had to have just been like, I'm gonna hold it wide open and whatever happens happens. And luckily he's got
Dude.
enough skill to like make
For
it
sure.
happen.
yeah.
But that fool, I truly think he's willing to die to win.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy. They make it look like so smooth and easy.
I know,
but,
even him
but
going,
like you
like-
can tell, like if you look closely, like you can tell how much bike skill is needed.
Oh, yeah.
Think
Like
about
if you
having-
just hit that and try to throw a normal whip, you're either not going to go that high or you're going to fuck out.
Think about having to practice that on a day to the day because you know
Oh my
X Games is
just
coming.
you're scaring the shit out of yourself every day.
I bet
Yeah.
you, like even Axel when he practices that, I bet you in practice he probably don't go above like 38
I don't know,
or
man.
40.
I
Like he goes high, but I guarantee
yeah.
you his competition was probably his new high by far.
No, I don't know about that
No?
because I've watched Bearman
It'd be hard to
practice.
practice that, dude.
I've watched Bearman practice and I've watched him go like fucking 45 consistent.
Really?
Like stupid.
See, dude,
big
that would
consistent.
nothing would scare me more.
That's and even Bearman, like he would do a few of those big hits,
Yeah.
and he's like shaking after.
Yeah.
And that fool's like the king at that.
Well, and like when we were talking about like everything evolving, is like when they first started that event, Axel and I think maybe Colby a little bit. No, I think it was just Axel was like the first one to hit a quarter pipe.
Yeah.
And like, but no one had one. So it was literally you show up to the event and do it. And Axel had a little bit of practice, but like no one had one. Now, half those guys have one to practice, or have one to
I
practice
think
on.
Ronnie Renner was the first one to do the quarter pipe.
Was he?
Yeah, he
Really?
That would make
look up
sense.
Years ago, there
Okay.
was like a Red Bull thing. He
Yeah.
did like back then it was like some
Yeah.
world record thing he did
Yeah.
for Red
Yeah,
Bull.
but now
Honestly,
they have one to practice on, so
Yeah.
it's just a daily
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I know what you're saying, but honestly, I
Dude.
wouldn't. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't doubt if Maddo's hit one a long time ago before. too.
Yeah,
just
Oh,
because
I'm
Maddo,
sure he has.
Maddo used to do all that.
Oh, yeah.
like weird type of shit.
I feel like Matto was the test dummy for the craziest
Yeah.
stuff.
For
They're
sure.
like, hey, if
For
does it
sure.
work or no? And then he's like, I'll let you know.
and
Dude's
not-
riding on water.
Hey,
What are
it doesn't
Jesus?
work.
Yeah,
This
And
dude
not
literally
taking-
is Jesus.
He's got that down now.
What the fuck's
Like,
he
dude, I
riding
remember
on
when he-
water for?
Yeah,
dude?
I remember when he first did
Dirt
the water
bike
thing, like he was sinking bikes and all that, and now it's just like a normal freaking Tuesday. Just, oh, I'm gonna go hit the water real quick, like no
Yeah.
big deal.
Dude, who would have thought surfing a wave on a dirt bike was going to be a thing in general? And that happened years back.
yeah.
I know.
What's going to happen now?
Yeah.
And now he did like all the way to like from freaking what was it into Turkey and back or whatever.
He crossed.
Yeah.
like two. a
He was
country
on the
border,
water
yeah.
forever.
I didn't know that.
Hey, jet
Yeah.
skis are lame
What?
now,
It's
bro.
like a
Get a
year
dirt
ago.
bike.
Bro, hits a dolphin, you're fucked, buddy.
Open the bars from hitting
Dude,
a
you just
fucking
get
dolphin.
you get clipped by a whale.
Dude, you get clipped real quick, you're done, bud. Damn.
That-
Later,
Taken out
and then
by
you got
Shamu.
peed on your ass too.
dude. Imagine getting
Uh.
swapped by a shark and then getting eaten by one too. It's
Yeah,
later.
Yeah, he actually
No one thinks of
crossed
that.
country borders.
That's so
Not
nuts.
taking away anything whatsoever from what Axel does, because Axel is obviously like he's the reason that kids fucking nose wheelie all the time and all that shit. But Maddo did do that shit a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Maddo-
Well, I
Maddo
think
used
that
to do-
inspired people like him.
It probably
absolutely.
did. Axel probably watched one of those clips when he was a kid and was like, I could do that shit, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Or however it went, you know what I mean? But it's
Think-
crazy that like
It's a
Maddo
cool
was doing
avenue.
that same shit 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But 15 years ago, it was cool to do the backflips and this
That's
stuff.
true.
It still
Yeah.
is cool.
That's true.
But nowadays, it's like, dude, it's kind of like a cool, like, it's a cool avenue for
Yeah.
dirt bikes.
Yeah.
My favorite is still the freaking airplane graveyard.
Yeah,
that was the
that's what I
sickest
mean,
video
like,
ever
that
by
clip-
Matt. Yeah, the
like-
nose wheelies, the wheelies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got kids like Dresser that goes to like Paula and he lands in wheelies. And
I
that's like,
know.
when you watch that, it's like, what the hell? Like, because everybody else is still racing and they're trying to do some shit. But like,
Yeah.
that
You
stuff
still
is
mob
kinda
at
cool.
the track though, huh?
Yeah, I like to. Recently, I've been trying to actually put in motos at
Yeah.
the track.
Yeah.
But
Do you ever think about like doing like a comeback race or anything? I did that recently. It didn't fucking work out real well.
It did not work out good at all.
So
You know,
I
I'm
think we
not
put one of my
convincing
helmets
you
to the
but-
grave too.
You
I
want to know
was,
what's
uh,
crazy?
You
Is
want it back?
the helmet is
Fine.
totally fine. I barely hit my head. I'm not even joking. The
Really?
helmet was totally fine because Tag was giving me shit, and he was like,
oh,
"Yeah."
it's fresh tag paint.
Well, he was like, "Thank God I didn't send you with your fucking new one. I have the fresh one." And he told me, he's like, "Please don't take the new one. Like
Mammoth ruins your helmets.
destroys
It does.
everything." Yeah.
Yeah.
in
So take
general,
take
dirt,
Dylan's
too.
take
Yeah.
Dylan's helmet.
Yeah, so I wore Dylan's, and but
Sick.
luckily, like I said, I mean I broke
Yeah.
both of my hands, so
And really early on in practice, so my helmet's fine.
yeah.
Damn.
But do you ever think about racing or no?
I was recently thinking about doing the 125 Dream Race at Washougal.
That would've been sick.
That'd be sick as fuck.
I don't know. I want to do fun stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
nothing
That's what I mean.
serious,
Like
but yeah.
Day in the
random-
dirt and-
yeah, random races are really fun.
I
Still.
still would like to one day. I keep saying this, but I'd like to one day get my Supercross points. But it's such a pain in the ass to.
They
get
make
your
it
Yeah,
pro
those
card,
futures
especially-
races they're different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like just a fucking long.
It's a body fest.
And it's weird
Long
because
thing.
like you can get it, and if you don't use it enough, they just
2 years,
They like
I
take
think.
it away. Yeah, Caden Palmer has it.
Yeah.
had it, and
He lost it.
they he didn't use it
Damn.
enough times, and they just
That's
he would
nuts. I
have to
didn't
go
even
back
know
and do
that.
the whole process over.
Yeah, but
Those-
then there's like OGs that like don't really ride anymore, but they were grandfathered in and they probably shouldn't be out there.
Mm-hmm.
I started kicking it with the Palmer kids when they weren't like actually like riding big bikes. I only hung out with them when they were riding pitters.
Yeah.
And like you see them on big bikes, and it's unreal.
They shred.
Gangsters. Yeah, fast as fuck.
But
Yeah.
the craziest part is like the fastest dudes you see on a track, you would think you can't go any faster. And then you got dudes like Anderson and all these top riders. And you're like, you can go faster than they already
I
are?
know.
Yeah.
You're like,
Blows
what
your
the
mind.
hell? What do you think
Yeah.
about those works races? Did that
I
ever
would like
strike
to
your
do one
mind?
of those.
I think that's
Those
just
would be-
like
You
one
would
of
do
the like most physically demanding ones,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That'd be
I
fun. Glen
think-
Helen has some sick ones.
I like Day in
See,
the
I think
Dirt
one of those would be sick.
because I don't know. So I feel like stuff like that would be.
I
fun
love
to do.
Day in the Dirt. That's just for whatever reason a race that I can't
Yeah.
take serious.
Yeah.
The
No, I never-
Lake Havasu one has
Yeah,
always
that
looked
one, dude.
sick.
That
Take,
one's
I always
Dudes-
said I would do it one day, and maybe one day, just probably not anytime
That-
soon.
that's
But
the one
dudes are
with that-
bodying on that.
yeah,
river
that double
drive.
over the water.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro.
is it that hard?
Because I mean, like, you can't necessarily go through it because it's a pretty like
Yeah,
you
you
have
have
to.
no
You
choice.
can't roll it.
Yeah,
you can't. You just have to go.
and it's so like I just watched it and it was like so sandy. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I'd be swapping up the lip.
And
if I
there's
tried.
rocks this big.
Yeah,
I filmed the homie Swan race a few years ago. Shout out to
Oh, yeah.
Swan. And I watched like probably 10 to 15 dudes body themselves.
Yeah.
Hard
over
bodies.
that
Hard.
jump. A handful of them were chicks.
Oh,
They would always get up too. It's gnarly.
Yeah, they're used
They
to.
always get up.
Never
dude,
mind.
chick racing
There's
is
maybe
crazy.
there's something. Maybe like I'm gonna piss people off, but maybe moto kids are kind of pussy because
This generation,
Bro,
especially, has
we're-
gotten really soft.
works kid like I've watched those videos and those works fools get right up. Like most of the time they get up.
Yeah, and
Moto dudes,
Those
they'll, like,
motos
lay
are
there
long.
from-
Yeah,
tipping
fucking
over.
long, right?
I love watching Tease doing that element, dude. That's his
That-
home.
Yeah.
like he's so good at work stuff.
when you go to
He's so
tracks.
fun to
do you like do you make sure to put in like how many laps? Like, what's your max laps you could put in at polo? I want to know this
3.
because I feel like I would go half.
He's like,
I feel like I would go
2
half a
lap.
lap, and I'm like, dude, I'm throwing in the towel after half a lap.
No, I
A few
actually,
sections, I'm out of breath.
Yeah,
Before I found out that I was ever getting invited to X Games and I was going to the tracks, I was trying to put in like 10, 15-minute motos, just cruising, not like 100%, but
Consistent.
just, 60.
to even be able to go 15 minutes like somewhat charging is
Yeah.
honestly pretty good.
Dude,
Like,
it's I can't even like grasp how I used to do it. Like, cause I went to Loretta's. I didn't race Loretta's because I fucking crashed out first moto.
I've done that.
Really?
It's
So
cool.
you-
I've done that.
you
Yeah.
qualified and did the whole thing and
Yeah, I did it all. In
Welcome to
Super Minis.
Loretta's, bitch.
yeah, right.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's such a
Dude,
it's
and-
such a kick in the
and
teeth.
To make
dude.
it worse, it was my first year at Loretta's on Super Minis, and walk up first moto, and they hand you the bucket to pick your chip out of the thing for your gate pick.
41.
One. Picked first gate pick.
Oh hell
Dude,
yeah!
I was shitting my pants on the spot.
is that the best one to
I-
have?
yeah,
Yeah.
first gate
Oh,
pick.
really?
Yeah.
But it's
Dude.
also like
Oh,
I know
first
what you're
gate
saying.
pick.
It's
I
gotta
thought it
be
was
like-
gate one.
it's gotta
No,
be like
no. So
nerve-wracking,
Mammoth
too.
is numbered. Mammoth, whatever you pull is the gate you get.
Oh,
really?
14 is 14th gate, which 14's it's prime, dude. It's a little chewed
I
up.
didn't know
It's
that.
fire. But yeah, no, Mammoth, you pulled 31, you're 31st gate, not gate pick.
Oh, gotcha.
So it don't matter when you roll in the gate, you're still gate 31.
so you
Damn.
So, but
fucked it
Loretta's
up?
you pick.
Yeah.
you
No,
fucked
Loretta's
it up after having the best big gate pick.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's got to be nerve
Did
wracking.
you at least
Yeah,
crash
I
out
was-
front or?
dude, I was shitting my pants because like up until that year, I didn't really race super seriously. Like I had done Daytona amateur Supercross like every year, but that was more of like a local.
You're
fun
local,
thing.
yeah.
But like I didn't do Loretta's or anything seriously until I was on like Super Minis, and yeah, it was I was super nervous, so I'd never raced with any of those guys like prior to anything before that. But like regionals, you're only racing with a quarter of the guys that you see at Loretta's. So
Right.
just getting there and seeing everybody I was lined up next to, it was like fucking Kobush on my right, and like
Yeah,
all
hitters.
these big names that you see growing up. But yeah, so
Now it's funny. Those fools are probably all watching you like, damn, this motherfucker.
They're working.
But I feel like
they're
getting
working
two
9 to 5.
Lorettas in general
Yeah.
though is like a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah, 100%.
I'm stoked that I can say that I've got the tickets in my closet still.
Yeah, for
Admit
sure.
one.
That's what I've always wanted.
I still need to get them framed.
I done did it.
I've always wanted to at least make it to Loretta's once, but I think I'm gonna chill for a little bit and I'm gonna train for 2 years and
Yeah.
try to make plus 30.
Did you be surprised on how much like actually putting in like outside training into moto
yeah,
it does?
I've never really done that.
Like I mean, just in general, like you're working every muscle that it's going to be adapting. Like you, I went with Caleb, and shout out Caleb. Like that guy is like meant to train people in every aspect.
He was built for it, dude.
Of moto. This
Yeah.
dude is like
He
training
he's so technical
10
and he
kids at
sees
a time and remembers every kid's
Each
like
kid.
name and movement.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, that's a talent.
He's
Yeah.
gnarly. He'll go out and watch like his group of 5 or 6 kids, and they'll all come in, and he will give like a fucking detailed essay
to each one.
each one
as they're
on
going
what
at the
they're
same
doing
time.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And-
Like, how do you remember? I can't watch one.
It's
kid
almost like
fucking-
exhausting watching because you like he's so into it and you're just like, bro, how do you remember?
He's like that
Yeah.
24/7.
Always,
And another
always
thing
go,
is
go, go.
crazy is like he could train all these kids how to sit through a turn, do all this stuff, but I promise you, he probably can't train somebody to do a whip.
Yeah.
You know, because whipping, I feel like is like it's all natural body movement, and you have to feel
Yeah.
for it yourself. Like if he went and somebody tried to tell me how to whip, because I don't know how to whip a fucking dirt bike.
Yeah.
I would do like a butt wiggle, and I would look like an idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times have you gotten asked, "Can you teach me how to throw a whip?"
all the time, and I tell everybody the same thing. Like, you can't teach it.
No.
And I think Kevin Windham or somebody, one of those big guys, they said it years ago. Like, you can't teach something like that. There's just too much movement going on at once
Yeah.
to like even like try and break it
And
down. So like,
uncomfortable too.
yeah,
That's a
but
feeling.
my
not
best
a-
advice to people is always like just go find your favorite jump and like just ride in circles,
Yeah.
hitting that jump over and over, and like just I
Find
don't
one
know.
you're comfy in.
Yeah.
Well, and whipping's a new concept for everybody. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know what I mean? And like the more you evolve, it's still new. You learn
Yeah.
new things along the way, how to go bigger, this and that. Like it's not something that's just like there's not 3 steps that you have to do to whip.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do this, 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 and you will throw it upside down.
Yeah,
like,
you could probably
no.
throw an upside down whip.
You
but
could
bringing
bring
it back.
We'll bring it back. Yeah, exactly. You ever done a
Bringing it
180
back.
before?
You're bringing it back is another like it's a whole another process.
Well, and like the throttle, the tires spinning, like all that is a factor,
Yeah.
and it's not a consistent fact. Like maybe to a point a little bit, but like every time you hit it, it's different. A little
my
bit.
favorite whips are the turn down whips.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't think the X Games. They didn't. Personally, I don't think they like judged those upon like how Jared was doing
Yeah.
oppo and regular.
I think
Yeah,
they
because it was
did.
on variation, right?
It was based
Yeah.
off variation, but
Yeah.
I think right now they're really paying it. Like all these contests seem to be really
To
paying
the
attention
eye-opener.
to
Yeah, the biggest
the-
overall
like,
whip.
the biggest
I feel
overall
like.
whip, but they really seem to like
The variety.
the seat bounce whips right now.
Oh yeah,
Like
Yeah.
the
I feel like they
conven-
always have the last. I mean, pretty long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the turn downs when they were kind of new, they were getting like praised.
Like,
Like
yeah.
when Wanky just started really fully going
Or
backwards. and when
Behrman on
Inks-
that hip.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
They're unreal.
So now I think it's kind of converted back to like, like Tom P's whip is just so.
Oh, it's so dirty.
Mentally, it's like a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Like the way he goes off the ramp and carves, it's like he's riding the inside of a ball. That's how I see it. Like,
Yeah.
And his body doesn't move. His head does like a little bit of movement,
Yeah.
but his fucking body
That's like
doesn't.
poetry.
so
it's so
crazy.
smooth.
It's crazy.
He
I
had
know.
Yeah.
this jump in the
He-
middle of his house at his old property that just got shut down
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. And it's like a big 90-foot double that just shoots you straight up. And I swear to God, he gets completely upside down. Like if you
Yeah.
took a picture, his head is just
Yeah.
facing.
Oh, yeah.
the
I've
ground.
seen pictures of
Well,
him
oh,
doing
yeah.
whips where he's literally like, you don't know if he's doing a flip or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jared
Well,
has one of those jumps as well.
Yeah, he
too,
does.
but
Yeah.
I don't know how it is different on his.
Jared like goes up and he's turned and then he like flicks
Oh,
the
yeah, I
bike.
know what one
But he
Jared
like
has like a-
flicks it. It's like all of a sudden the
Yeah.
bike just goes flick.
He has
and
like
it's
just
like-
a variety
Yeah.
of so many. But I mean, the judges are looking for like what Homie did to take the gold. Like he was like it was like a noticeable thing.
Right.
And he was going big the whole time.
Yeah, and his style of whip was like unlike
It was like
anything
2
people
combined
really
or
do.
3
Yeah,
combined. Like
it-
all the
yeah.
styles. Like it was
That's the
upside
cra-
down and backwards.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. It's one or the other.
yeah. That's the crazy thing is now is there's so many different variations of whips and stuff that like I said earlier,
Yeah.
you can't teach it anymore.
No.
And like that guy that won, he threw his style was a lot like that guy Novice that got
Yeah.
third
Yep.
in the quarter pipe.
Yep.
That clip that was going viral like a couple weeks before X Games of Novice
No
throwing
way,
that
is
big
that
whip.
that dude?
Yeah. dude.
Bro, I'm an idiot
Yeah, and-
sometimes.
Who, the
I
one
didn't
that
even
got
put
third
that
and
together.
quarter?
His style.
Yeah, that dude has. There's been this whip clip that's been going around on Instagram. Is it off a ramp or a dirt jump?
Off a ramp, yeah, 120
Yeah,
ramp.
and he literally like. It's huge, right? I was gonna
Massive,
say it wasn't
yeah.
a 75; it was a 120,
Yeah.
and the way he hits it is just like full, like kind of moto style, but just fully backwards and
Yeah,
like
it
almost
was
upside down.
it was
I don't
like
know
a
if I've seen
very
it.
similar style to Julian Van Steppen.
Yeah.
but his was the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did that guy do best whip or no?
No, he
didn't.
only
I
did
think
quarter.
they
Just quarter?
I don't know if
How
he got-
funny is that?
Yeah, I don't know if he got invited for best whip also,
Okay.
but I heard he like wanted to focus on quarter pipe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
more,
that.
but-
And he, I
yeah,
mean,
dude, he was.
I hadn't heard of him, and he
crushing
got
it.
third. That's pretty impressive.
He's a G.
And I think that's cool to see because there's not many new guys going into the quarter pipe event that can compete with Axel and
Yeah,
Colby.
for
That's
sure.
That's like my thing about like, it's like I want to hit the quarter pipe eventually, but dude, to see how high they were just going at quarter pipe this past year, like
Yeah.
almost 50 feet now.
Doesn't really
like,
make you want to do it.
Yeah,
huh?
it doesn't.
Well,
make
and
me
like
want
that,
to.
the level of like the rivalry between like Colby and Axel, like you see it in their eyes, like it's freakish, dude.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're not even human in that
No.
moment. They're like they
It's
don't
the
give
new
a-
age TP and
It
Deegan.
It is.
is.
It's so rad.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think everybody like there's all the stories that go around about those two, and like a lot of people think that they just hate each other or whatever, but they're probably not friends. Granted, like they probably don't like each other, but
But they don't hate each other
respect
either,
each other.
probably.
They
Yeah.
respect each
They
other.
respect
You
each
kinda
other's
have
style.
to.
I'll-
Yeah,
Like they both are on the same level.
It's
of
just a
everything,
rivalry.
you know?
Yeah.
and that's like them two going at it the way they do right now is what makes
Right.
like that's what makes free riding or whatever you want to consider that
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah.
You know
I think
what
it's
mean? Like,
what is it? Envy?
honestly-
envy someone. I think is the right term.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
respect them, but you hate them as a competitor, but you respect
Yeah,
them too.
yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like reminds me of the old F1 rivalry, James Hunt and Nicky Lauda.
I think
Yeah,
the
right, huh.
Same
axle
thing.
spot, the rest of the course is unreal.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like
His dirt hits
I was
and
talking to
shit.
Behrman, and Behrman was like, dude, if you can get through that course, you're an amazing dirt bike rider.
Yeah.
Like getting through that in general, like even
Yeah.
imagination stuff, like the stuff you rode, that avenue of riding is like it's so cool, and it's such like a big
Yeah.
door opener. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, this was your rookie season riding X Games, but would you rather ride X Games in a stadium, or do you think it was sick going to Axles to ride it?
It was cool going to Axles, of course, but I'd much rather do it in a stadium. I mean, that's where we grew up watching it.
Yeah.
I still remember where and when, like where I was when I saw TP do the double backflip for the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I
I was
do
like
too.
in some hotel
That-
at
yeah.
Yeah.
Disney or something.
I was
I
on my way
think
to
the
have
crowd
some.
reactions are always good, but I also like the new style of
True.
things that they do because like we talked about it the other day. It was like I personally, if I'm playing a video game, I'm gonna pick either Axel's house or they did Pat's house
Yep.
too,
Mm.
like that or doing a stadium. Like I think the aesthetic of Pat's house was so cool. It's his yard. He's got like this ramps. It's
Yeah,
kind
the
of like
pools back
it's
there
it's
and
definitely
shit.
got like backyard vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and like
But
even
it's like the most epic backyard.
Well, and
Yeah.
it's not
Like video
normal,
game
so
shit.
that's
Yeah.
why it's so sick.
so
like,
like
it's nothing.
just
that-
something different like that. I thought
Yeah.
was sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was cool.
I do love though, like the one thing that you can't beat with a stadium is the fans. Like
Yeah.
you can
That was,
feel
like-
their energy and like do you feel like you perform better with a huge crowd like under the pressure?
Yeah,
like because you
I-
can feel like it motivates you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when
I
you're
can
on your
see
own
that.
and it's kind of like silent. Like I don't like silence. So like when it's silent and it's just on you and you're about to go, it's like fuck. Like where's the energy in this room? Like I need
Right.
something to like push me to that sketchy moment. Like that's
Yeah.
why I'm so impressed how like Colby and Axel are able to hit that peak because it's like it's just them in their own head. Like with energy, dude, they might even go bigger.
I'm also like would be the same if I were to do something like
Yeah.
crowd react like that is like I'll tune it up
Yeah.
as much as I
But
can.
then like that's I don't know if it's like this for everybody, but like when the UFC was fighting a whole bunch with no fans, there was a bunch of fighters that said they liked it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's no
True.
added pressure. They would walk in and it was kind
Yeah.
of like a sparring session, but
Yeah.
full bore.
That's
but then
kind of
others-
a whole different change
Yeah.
for UFC too because I would say at least 20% or even more of their fighting is to intimidate the people
Right.
and have the crowd on their side.
Exactly.
Right. And you got to figure there's a lot of people that sort of always have that advantage with the crowd on their side. Like Connor, anytime Connor fought, the crowd is fucking for
It's going
him 100%.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right, unless it's in Abu Dhabi against Khabib or something. But
Yeah. Even
anytime-
then, I wouldn't be. I mean, maybe not now, but
Yeah.
I would still wouldn't be surprised.
But anytime in the past when he did fight, like the crowd was always on his side. Now
Yeah.
you have dudes like Sugar Sean O'Malley. If you fight against Sugar Sean, crowd's probably not going to be on your side.
Right.
Same as Patty the Batty. You know what I mean? Like any of those dudes, if you fight against them, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're going to get booed when you come out.
Yeah. Well, and I'm curious, like you just did your fight debut, and you had all your friends.
Oh, dude,
and
that kid was like-
the energy was probably unreal, but like. How was that in comparison to like when you did BMX competing? Like same energy, or is it even more just because like
that dude, it was like folded under pressure for sure.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really have anybody. It was his first fight, my first
Yeah.
fight. He did like boxing matches, I guess, before, but like
Yeah.
it's a big change because he was looking at me pissed on the other side. I was like, yo,
and your
relax.
friends are talking shit in the background?
Yeah, I was like, yo, guys, chill. Like, it's not all that big of a deal.
You're the
You're
enemy.
telling him like, yo, me and you, we're cool. We got
Yeah,
fight.
and he's like,
like-
"No, I hate you."
no,
He's
he's
like,
like,
I'm gonna
literally like,
fucking
yo,
kill you.
fuck you. I'm like, dude, all right,
kill
my
you.
fucking bad. If
your
they-
friends are
my
just in the
friends are being
background. You
assholes.
fucking pussies looking at
Yeah.
you like every time they say something.
They're
this
like, "You
is-
pussy." My friend's gonna kick your ass.
But in that sport, like getting emotional is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like
Clouded judgment.
Did you ever do training or fighting, anything like that? Boxing?
Yeah, I boxed a little when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's actually
if there was
pretty
one
fucking
thing you
lit.
could do besides moto, what would it be?
Yeah, it would have been either boxing or like BMX probably.
Really?
So that's
Yeah.
unique, dude. Like it's a whole different sport, but it's like
Yeah.
it's a physically demanding, like
Yeah.
mental,
Yeah.
fuck you, crazy
Yeah,
sport.
that's what.
Oh,
if
yeah.
if I wasn't involved, like if I could be involved in anything heavier than I am moto, it would be MMA
For sure.
probably.
Yeah.
Well, and from the looks of it, you did like a legit training camp. Like you stopped drinking, right?
Yeah,
Freaking
no,
like
it-
full trained like you put everything into it.
Felt the healthiest I've ever been. Like
Yeah.
it was actually just like doing that. Like I recommend anybody to at least experience it.
Yeah.
I don't
How
know
long
if
of
I'll-
a fight camp did you do? Like 6 weeks or something?
It was probably a good 3 months, but like
Oh,
I took
damn.
the last 2 months the most serious
Gotcha.
because I was just like kind of like
Yeah.
riding still, and like I don't know, it was just more fun.
Yeah.
That is cool though.
Do you still ride BMX like competitively?
No,
or
I'll do some shows here
Gotcha.
and there if they pop up.
Yeah.
But like when I was riding, that's all I was doing was shows. Like I
Gotcha.
did a Nitro show, which was like obviously the same thing for you. Getting to X Games.
Yeah.
It's like you
That's
kind
a huge
of
accomplishment.
you kind of think like that. But other than that, like I'm just trying to ride and hang out. Like
Yeah.
speaking of like the whole Conor McGregor thing, like do you believe in like manifesting and stuff like that, and like actually
Yeah.
thinking like where you'll end up? Because obviously X Games is like you want to be there as a
Yeah.
kid thing.
Yeah, and again, like I said, when I met you, you were like just realistic on the situation, you know? Like you were like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to come out here to like be one of those dudes, but I know how it goes.
Yeah, some people say this is stupid, but like I prepare for the worst, hope for the best. type of
100%,
thing.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, for the Hill Jam, I definitely did manifest like trying to win that, because the year prior, I felt like I did really good, and like I had a couple variations that I did pretty well, I felt like. Yeah, so I kind of went into the big Hill Jam with some fire, and I wanted to do good. So
How'd
yeah.
you sleep the night before? Because that's the worst. If you have
question.
something to look forward to, oh, you're nothing but thoughts, dude. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah.
They eat you alive.
Well, Big Hill Jam
Start
gets
running.
a little crazy, so
Okay.
all the scenarios. all the
so
you can't sleep there anyways.
I will say, hungover like riding is probably like it helps certain people.
It helps you
Yeah.
loosen up a little bit.
It helps certain
I
people.
definitely was not hungover. I can't. I don't-
Yeah, no, you
I'm
don't
not-
do that. But
You're not
I'm
old
not-
enough.
Yeah, I'm not old enough yet.
John Jones, that dude, every time he
Oh yeah,
fought,
I've heard that
a
story.
week before,
Yeah.
he would
Bender?
party.
So that he had an excuse in case he did lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just go on a bender.
That's why it was. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
and then the one
Yeah.
time he didn't party that week before,
he
he performed the worst.
it was
Yeah,
his
he still won, though.
closest to
They still won, but
yeah, it was his closest that he ever came to losing.
yeah.
But
Was that Gustafsson?
Gustav?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember that
correct.
fight.
the first
God,
fight.
he's such a bad dude, though. Oh.
Yeah.
Insane.
That is
bro.
crazy though. Being that like you're that good that you want to party a week beforehand, just in case you
Just to
lose.
stay
You have
loose.
an excuse like, well, I got wasted the week before.
I know I'm not gonna lose, but if I accidentally do, then I
Dude,
did
I know
party.
BMX riders that are like that will be the most like when you party with those dudes and there's that guy like that's just absolutely smashed, and like the next day like waking up late as fuck and they're just dragging themselves. They take first place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
how
actually
the
crazy. Some of
fuck?
them do that. It's like what the hell.
then you get Ronnie Mack, who can only perform drunk. Not even hungover, just still out there.
That's pretty cracked.
When you come home from work and shit, are you like, do you come home and watch like straight moto videos, or are you into other shit? Like, do you watch like MMA, BMX, or music?
I like a lot of
what are you
combat
into?
sports. Dude, lately I've been really getting interested in watching Mr. Beast videos.
Dude, honestly, that dude's
So entertaining.
Yeah.
I've been like,
I
killing-
haven't jumped on his wave yet, but I've
Yeah.
jumped on some pretty weird waves.
Dude, it's crazy the mind that guy has. It's so fucking.
Yeah. Just seeing
Did you
all
guys
the
see
money
that
goes
fucking-
out.
Bouncing thoughts.
Did you guys see 6ix9ine's been posting on Instagram again?
No.
That fool goes like months and months without posting, and
Thought
then
he
he'll
was
just
still in
come
jail.
back. Yeah, no, he's posting.
You get phones in jail.
I seen something today or yesterday. I think this morning he posted on Instagram a video in Ecuador giving kids hundreds and thousands of dollars.
That's
to
pretty
keep
That's
dope,
he's
video.
trying to make it up, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
I mean, that
I
ain't
mean-
bad though.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That fool could be really convincing, or he's just like what you're doing.
Or it's all
just
fake.
Make it, yeah.
Yeah.
Money.
A good marketer.
All right, give me that money back.
I can
Cameron's
see
off.
also
the
the,
comments
like,
and
the-
the people are like, damn, for like he's a rat, but like he's changing people's lives and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, back on the videos things, I've been watching those dudes that like just tumbled down hills. What are those called? They're
On
like
what?
They just like body the body down hills.
On purpose?
You'd ever seen those videos?
No, I thought like
Dude,
an
it's
attire
like
or
parkour
something.
gone wrong? or-
No, it's just they literally like start at the top of a hill and there's heads. There's a group of them and they
Just
just
run and jump.
run and jump and just fucking body down hills.
Wow.
I was watching those like a lot lately.
See, it
I
goes
kind of
off.
want to like go
wanna
to
try
one. I don't know if I'd try it because my back wouldn't be good. But
Yeah,
like,
you
Oh,
probably.
true,
but
break
dude,
some
watching
plates.
these dudes, they're competitive as fuck and they take dubs. Like it's a competing
Collarbones
thing.
all broken, dislocated. Oh, I won.
What's your take on that open fist like slapping contest?
Oh
have
my
you seen that
gosh.
shit? You've had to have seen those
The
videos.
slap offs.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen those.
I think that's the worst thing you
Yeah,
could
I
do.
think
Ever. And you have to sit there and take it. Like it's just a matter of who's stronger
Who's got
or
the
who's got a
bigger
softer.
neck,
Who's got a softer face.
dude?
so. That's
Yeah,
a no.
I know.
You
I'm
wouldn't do
glad you
that.
said
I
it
wouldn't
first.
do
I think
Logan
it's
Paul
stupid.
was going to do it against Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
I heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they called it off, but I think it was
Yeah.
Arnold's event or something.
Do you think
Yeah.
Jake Paul's gonna win that boxing match?
I think so.
Do you?
Yeah,
I think he's smart enough.
I saw that.
That
clip
dude's
of,
a legit boxer, though, right?
Yeah.
Hasim,
So I've
or-
heard, but a
Can't
lot
remember his
of
name.
like I don't know, a lot of bigwig boxers nowadays fight a lot of
True.
fucking
a lot of
trash
their
cans before they.
that's the thing about boxing is a lot of these like MMA in the or at least in the UFC, a lot of the up and coming dudes, like to be an up and coming dude, you've got to like beat some notable names.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Nowadays in boxing, they kind of pad a lot
You
of
could
these
get your
Yeah.
shot
dudes.
right away.
Yeah, and
Well,
they're like hyping this fight up because the guy's got like a record of 12-1. Because
Yeah.
like, he was 12-0 until he lost his
And he's
last
bigger
fight.
than Jake, and Jake's.
Oh, he's
huge.
way. He
Yeah.
said, Jake said on fight night he's gonna be like 225, and Jake himself is only gonna be like 185 or
Yeah.
195.
Dude,
or
I
They
think
sparred.
I'm amazed with what Jake Paul does.
how far he's
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
to in
because
such a
he
short
like
time.
he's also a spiritual dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily like that, but like I watch people that are.
Yeah.
And it's a true thing. Like
Yeah.
he is a talented fighter. Like Tyron
Yeah,
Woodley is a talented fighter.
100%.
Like it's Tyron Woodley. Like
Bro,
no
people
matter
can
if
say
he's
whatever
like
they
retired.
want about like people like Ben Askren, but if
Yeah.
I was to get into the ring with
Ben
Ben
Askren
Askren,
would pretzel me.
bro, yeah, I mean that's a boxing match, but like,
Yeah.
think about it. That dude's got way more boxing experience than us. I mean, shit, you might knock him out, but
that dude literally like just walked in knowing he was gonna get worked.
He literally
up.
knew he was gonna lose. Yeah, yeah,
He
that's probably why he
took a
lost.
bag.
well, I mean, look at when he tried fighting Masvidal. Like,
Yeah, but the shitty thing
That
is
was, like, the most-
he ended UFC on that, and then went into the Jake. So it's like he was just
Yeah.
he didn't want. He was done. He
and
didn't care.
that is kind
just
of
wanted
a
money.
bummer because Askren is a gangster wrestler.
Yeah.
Like he's actually like if you
Yeah.
follow that shit, he in the wrestling world, he's fucking.
Oh, he's probably one of the best.
he's like
Yeah.
one of the best.
Yeah.
How we doing, Hush Boy? Everything running?
I don't know.
We
Nice.
haven't done one of these podcasts in a really long time, so
We've had a lot going on this year. It's been a
Everything's
tough
got
year
two.
for everybody.
yeah, we haven't done one of these podcasts in a long time, but we're trying to get back in here and do them all the time. I didn't even mention we're clearly in a way different spot. We moved ourselves over to the Temecula house. Shout out to Shane and Jackson for inviting us in. They finally got a podcast going, which we told them a long time ago they should have one. Not taking credit for that, but
Good Dudes podcast.
yeah. So shout out to Good Dudes podcast. Goes so
Definitely
Texans
works
Good
out for
Dudes.
both of us because like we're using your guys' your setup, and it's at my house. So like I mean, I think us running parallel,
yeah,
will
100%.
work the best.
And I feel like this is kind of like the content house. Like I feel
Yeah.
like this, it makes sense for it to be here. Like Miriam's in Corona now, so there's probably going to be times where he can't make it down on a fucking Monday afternoon or whatever.
Yeah.
So like even if we got to just throw you or Hush Boy or whatever,
I'm always
in,
down to hop on the pod, and same with
Yeah.
you on ours too. I mean,
I got
this-
hella time right now. so.
being around people that are creating is like a definite benefit. in
When you
general.
bounce ideas off each other, new
Yeah.
ideas are always good,
100%.
bad, doesn't matter. You learn from everything.
Yeah.
Well, and I see a lot of podcasts nowadays that they kind of almost do that same thing where like they have a handful of people that kind of jump in and out instead of just having like
I think it's
two
a
main
cool
dudes.
aspect. Speaking of creating, I think this guy needs to start up a boob tube. Need to go hard.
Yeah, I know you should, especially because you. Heshway, why are you looking at us like this? Are you trying to get
Get out
or
of here,
something?
dude.
Let's try to square.
You
up.
got to go golf or something?
I know how this goes. When you stand around staring at me for
You
a
need
while,
something.
you usually want to leave or you need money or
Oh, he's got a golf.
are you trying to go golf?
You
Is
want
that what it
money?
is?
He looks like you want.
Is that what it is?
Question.
Are you just chilling? Or?
Do you want
All right,
Chick-fil-A?
well,
Yeah. Can you go get us Chick-fil-A? I'll buy if you fly. Little punk.
bro, that's free Chick-fil-A.
But do you have any ideas for like having like a YouTube channel in general?
Yeah, I actually have my personal idea on starting a YouTube channel. I don't like the name vlogs, but like I want to do videos, and I actually want to do like David Dobrik style videos, but like moto version, and like just whatever I'm doing in my
It's
life.
exactly what I.
Because
What
I'm
is-
a big fan.
What does
I
that
feel
entail
like-
exactly?
Get a
I know
Prius
who
Tesla-
David Dobrik
Prius
is, but I've
Tesla?
never.
just like short, like cut and dry type of videos, like just to the point. There's no like, if you watch David Dobrik's videos, there's never a millisecond of silence in
No.
the video.
Yeah,
like
gotcha.
someone's
Always
always,
going.
either
Dude.
talking or laughing or something
Yeah.
is going, and it
Keeps your attention.
Yeah, it keeps everybody entertained.
He is
Gotcha.
the most creative creator I've ever watched.
Yeah, and
Right.
I feel like that his like aspect of vlogging or video creating, I feel like it's kind of untouched in like our
In
the
our
moto
realm,
world.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
No.
he's fucking is willing to put thousands of dollars into 3 seconds. You know, like that's
Yeah.
how gnarly
yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
Obviously, when he first started, it was just jokes with his friends.
Yeah.
But it was like it's.
But now
every
he can
video is
afford to
4
make it
minutes
worth
and
it.
20 seconds.
yeah, all his videos 4 minutes 20 seconds.
That's crazy.
Really?
every
Yeah,
video is
like-
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, like
No
600,
way.
600 some videos.
That's
All of
crazy.
them.
And,
And-
is
and he-
that there's a reason behind that, obviously.
It was just
No,
a joke.
It was just
yeah.
a
Like,
joke
he
at
smoked
first,
weed
and
or-
then, but like,
He-
it,
and he
David
doesn't
Dobrik-
smoke weed, right?
He probably
No,
does.
I think he
No.
does like occasionally.
yeah, he
cut
probably
something,
does. Everybody does, but
Only every 420.
I think it was also like a look at this thing. You know,
Mm.
it's talked about, like we're talking about it.
Yeah,
Everything
right.
else, like all these creators doing sayings and like words and like super interesting niches every time they start a video. It's something that they do every other video.
That's true. It's
kind of
eye-grabber.
just something to watch, kind of just something to like, talk about in
Yeah.
general. So I think the 4 minutes and 20 seconds thing is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And it's like this generation, I think I think there's a study behind like the attention span of the average person's like 10 seconds or
Yeah,
less
I
or
think-
something.
I think less
so
than
it's like
that.
when you say there's no stop, no silence, like it keeps your attention
Yeah.
and there's probably a lot of change. I haven't watched a lot of his videos, but it's probably
Yeah.
not the same thing drug out.
Yeah.
There's always like boom, 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 boom.
It's like he'll spend like a week filming like a 4-minute video.
Yeah.
It's just like different spots, like
Yep.
constantly
Exactly.
throughout the video.
And
Like
then-
jumping Teslas
Yeah.
and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And another thing that he's like, he has done that is like, I don't know if anybody much has noticed, is he puts people outside their element. Like for moto, like if you were to do a moto David Dobrik thing, you'd have to have somebody that doesn't know shit about moto.
Yeah.
And you can just be there. Like for instance, when I film BMX and I bring Craig with me, it's the funniest shit to listen to him be like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You know, because everybody knows what BMX tricks are.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody outside their element,
Damn, that's
It's-
true.
it's
And
a
then
very-
it's like even
Yeah.
more entertaining for them.
Yeah,
because
'cause-
they're like, yo, what the fuck? You fucking
Yeah.
you threw your bike sideways?
yeah, because you get that reaction.
What's
and
that called? A
pure
whip
reaction.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that is like the almost what David Dobrik does. He brings people to do these things, and they're like, "What the hell?" Like they.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
actually really smart.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That is cool.
So would you do like would you focus mainly on moto, or would you try to throw some BMX shit in there too, or like
Anything.
just what you're
Anything
doing?
I'm doing.
Content.
Yeah, whether I'm going to a freaking concert or I don't know.
iPhone
Just-
clips.
That would be
Yeah.
sick. I think that would be cool for you.
Yeah,
to
I
do.
think that's what I want to do is just iPhone clips. Not
Just
even.
stack it.
Short.
That's so like
I might-
relatable nowadays. iPhone clips
Yeah,
aren't like
especially,
they
like,
used to be
Dude, the
looked at.
13, like the
Camera's
new
good.
ones are so good.
Yeah,
Very similar to me. I binge watched a lot of Dobrik before I started YouTube.
yeah. I remember you saying that you used to watch a bunch of Dobrik.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy what he does.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy how entertaining his videos are.
He has like some of the most viewed videos on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah,
has some.
100%. I think that'd be super cool for you and interesting. Like I would
Yeah.
love to watch it.
Yeah, I definitely need to work on it, but
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
So hard.
Yeah, it is.
to make a video.
But it's
like
also
that.
one of those things that it's like it's a lot of work, but if you like keep
the time
telling
and
you,
effort.
yeah, if you keep telling yourself it's a lot of work, you won't go and do it. But if
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
go and do it,
I know.
like you get yourself into that routine. Like I'm sure he can tell you all
Consistency
about
is
it.
key. Like it really is.
You have to
You
kind of
could
find the passion in it too.
You
I
could
feel
film
like.
a fucking wall every day for 5 years at a time. Somebody's going to notice that you filmed a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's gonna happen. You're bound to end up getting somewhere. You can get 0 views. You can get 15 views. You can get 100 views, and then
Yeah.
100 views is a good amount. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're getting 1,000 views, and you're like, oh shit. Hey, if I keep doing this, it's just a ladder. So I purely believe in that.
I would say get on it. I'd say it's probably worth it.
Yeah,
For sure.
I need to work on it for sure.
Do you have like a go-to food spot? Are you like a big Chipotle guy, or are you like
Dude,
are you
oh,
loose
Are you
with it?
Chick-fil-A too?
I'm not even a fast food guy
That's
I'd say
good.
anymore because I live in downtown San Diego, so there's like I can't even really get any fast food around me.
That's true.
So we got Ike's. If you've ever heard of Ike's, best sandwiches.
I don't
in
even
the
know what Ike's is.
whole world.
This guy's fucking doing it up right in
you know
downtown
Ike's?
SD.
Hey,
Just eating
hey, it
know.
sounds
Ike's.
terrible.
There's this
The weather's real shitty too.
There's this burrito spot I eat at like probably 3 times a week, and they've
bomb,
got pretty
huh?
cheap burritos, but it's like in the ghetto. It's called Azteca.
Those
but
are usually the best
yeah,
spots.
it's like, dude, you go down one street and it's like, holy shit, like this one street just
We,
turned into like
we vacationed to
straight
his
ghetto.
daily spot.
Yeah, dude.
Like, hey, I'm gonna go to San Diego for the weekend and go to Ike's. You know,
I'm a heavy-
and he's just there 7 days a week, just eating it.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm a
what's up, man?
heavy Mexican food critic, dude. I'll fuck around. I'll go there and I'll.
Dude, you guys
I'm
ever
down.
want to come to San Diego? We got a pull
Yeah.
out mattress.
For sure. I'm
Yeah,
down
that
to
would
go
be sick.
pull
I'd
up
fuck with
mattress
San
it
Diego.
up.
Always down to pull out. You know.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick that
And I
you
turned
like,
21 soon, so that'll be fun.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty sick.
Finally
that-
get the drink for your first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
sick.
remember my first beer.
that is crazy.
excited.
Never
I
having
don't.
a fucking drink of alcohol yet.
Yeah. It's not.
That, not even a sip. That's nuts, man.
Your brain's just fully fucking.
Speaking about
Hey,
that,
fill that White
a
Claw.
lot of people that I know that have never had a sip of alcohol are the most energetic, talented,
Yeah, huh?
ongoing people.
That is
Yeah.
true. I know a couple people like that too.
They're
Water.
like unstoppable.
It actually is water. So fuck
Are you
off.
sure there's water in there? It's a black cup, dude. I don't know. He's a little sus.
He's like, dude, honestly, my mouth is getting dry.
I actually did make that look really sus.
He's all.
Grabbing a real
He's
slow.
like,
That was funny.
let's talk about the clothing thing a little bit. I saw the shirt. You wore it today. We were talking about that a little bit
I don't know if the kids
earlier.
can see it. I'm not gonna
What
get up, but-
like what's your goal and vision with the Clear Dreams thing? And
So that's yours, Clear Dreams.
Yeah, it's mine. Made that name up a couple years ago.
So
for
you're nothing to do with mushrooms or
Or like petting trees and
Like-
shit.
No,
Like
lucid
super-
dreams. Remember? That's
No,
lucid
that's
dreams.
what it-
Yeah.
I-
Petting trees and
I
shit.
made the name
You
based,
like a henna.
I've
over
hugged
your-
a tree before.
A henna over your bed. Just like one of those, you know.
He's in his head right now, like Hesh Boy.
Hesh Boy, what do you wanna
Hesh
say?
Boy's
Read it out loud.
showing me a sign right now that says, "I'm dipping out, ho. Cameras are chilling." All right, you good, homie?
Oh, you just did though.
No, it's good.
It's cool. It's alright. Just don't let it happen
that was a
again.
good
Don't
one.
ever do it again.
Let it
Oh, here we go.
he caused a scene.
Now we got to edit.
Wait, are you going to golf or what are you doing?
He's gonna go make out with his girlfriend.
She's in Hawaii.
Oh,
She got herself an island, but I'm just kidding. You're getting
All
married.
right.
It's cool.
I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Later, bud.
Later, buddy.
but clear dreams.
Yeah.
There's no like behind the story. You don't really need a story for
I
a
made the
brand.
name based off. I wanted the initials of the brand to be CD, so I could make like CD merch and stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
true. Okay,
Christian dress.
that makes sense.
Oh.
and
I like that.
kind of honestly just came up with two random words, put them together, and was like, yeah, that sounds all right. But it was back in 2020 when I made up the name, and then I made a video part with Octane, and I made the video part title Clear Dreams because I was gonna start the brand, and then that was my way of promoting it, but I didn't go through with
Planting
it.
the seed a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't go through with launching it because I thought the name was corny, and then I went through this whole phase of like, oh, I don't like it, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something else. I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, a few months ago, I kind of just decided like, yeah, I'm just gonna run it. Like, if I make stuff that looks cool and that I like, people should like it. So
Half the time, the name's really not even that important. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel
you
like
the
have-
journey
every-
and the creativity.
No, and it
Yeah.
grows
Yeah.
on you too. Like
Every
that's the
brand-
hardest part is picking it.
yeah, like every
Yeah.
brand to a certain extent, like has a corny name.
Yeah,
like,
think about it. There's brands
Well,
out
you
there
can
like
find it in
Yeah.
anything. Like
Like-
corny name in anything.
like
You know what I mean?
Alias when Alias first started, like it's a
Elias?
weird name. Yeah,
Yeah,
Elias.
well, like there's. I remember I used to wear. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with the brand Fallen in like 5th or 6th grade. Have you
I
ever heard
remember
it?
that.
The skateboard shoe.
Yeah.
Like
Who
I was an SRH guy.
You were on the fatal grind too, rocking the chicks or what?
Ace of Spades, freaking SRH. I was
Yeah,
SRH guy.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
got family just posted up
Yeah,
on his
famous
team.
stars and
Yeah,
straps.
the big F for the fucking famous stars and
Dude, yeah,
straps.
bending the bill back and shit.
Yeah,
Just
100%.
straight
Yeah,
lifted, lift kit.
that's hard.
I remember, I don't know why, I was really into this all white pair of Fallen shoes, and they had the big, thick tongue. I seen you guys on the
Oh, the
DVS
fat-
grind a couple
Dude,
years
you
ago.
know
Remember the
me,
fat
dude.
DVS and DCs?
He was on them a
You know
couple
me,
days
You still
ago.
got those?
those Osiris's, DVS's and shit.
Yeah.
They
Are
go
those,
hard.
Are those dad
Terrible
shoes? Nah.
sizes.
Those
when
were
I
the-
was younger.
Catch me throwing a kickflip and not even bending a toe, bud.
Yo, for real, those
Those things were so thick, dude.
Dude, moonwalking straight up.
yeah, 100% moonwalk.
So fire.
I don't even remember. Oh, the brand. I didn't even know where I was going with that for a second. But the brand name thing, like, there's, who sat around in an office one day and was like, yeah, Fallen is a perfect fucking name for our skateboard company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's really.
So-
Depends what they were on.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like I'm just gonna make it like cool, stylistic, and
So I don't know. He probably just asked you this and you answered this exact thing. But what's your like long term goal with it? What do you want to do with it?
I want it to be a clothing brand. Just everything, hats, shirts, whatever I come up with.
Do you want to do like video parts and
Yeah.
do you want to bring on other kids? Like what?
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. If it gets big enough, like it would be freaking cool. Like that's my dream, is to own a clothing brand and be able to sponsor like BMXers or skaters or
100%.
moto guys and just like throw them shirts or whatever. But yeah, that's what I want to do, is make it like a not a moto brand, but like an all around like just everything.
Just a
type
brand.
of- yeah.
I think that's a really good idea, because I think a lot of people that come from like a specific industry, whether it's moto or BMX or
You
whatever,
gotta keep the doors open.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people unintentionally come up with a brand that like kind of only suits to that thing. Like
Yeah.
like obviously, again, not trashing on Verb Moto at all. They made it work. They kill it. But they can't really go out of moto. You know what I mean?
Right.
It'd
Well, yeah,
be
that's
weird
how-
for Verb
I
Moto
have
to
way
make
too
a
much
skateboard.
ADHD to like I'm too squirrel brained going
Yeah.
everywhere in order to do like I couldn't stick with one.
That's what I mean.
No,
Like,
you
when
need variety.
Yeah.
When I thought of the Media Pub, I was the same way. I tripped on it for so long. Like, I didn't even want to make an Instagram for it or anything because I
Yeah.
was like, that's a stupid fucking name. Nobody's going to like that.
I think it's sick.
But,
Drink beer and video. Media pub. Yeah.
well, I just got to a point where I was like, I just kind of same thing. I was like, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time just trying to think of a cool name. I was like, fuck it. I might as well just start doing something with this. And if I get down the road and people are like, hey, you're doing cool shit, but your name's really gay, like, I would change it or something.
Yeah.
You know, but that pretty much never happens.
or just say,
Yeah.
well, I like it, so fuck you.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
always venture off of your brand, do what the Nelk did. Nelk always had Nelk, but like, you know, they created Full Send out
Yeah.
of their Nelk.
Right.
yeah.
Like
That's-
another
you guys
another
kinda-
branch of that.
Yeah, you guys kind of hit the nail on the head with that.
That's
too,
what we're
with, like,
trying to
having
do. I like
Temecula
the
and-
Temecula
Temecula
and
name.
Good
The
Dudes.
Temecula name is
Yeah.
more personal because it's like I'm from obviously fucking Hemet and Jackson's from Temecula.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave more of like a that. But I
Authentic.
don't like that the fact of that. I don't know. I don't like that. So like I want to build a cool brand that is like more like like
Yeah.
people,
It's not just
you could see
limited
it
to
somewhere. You
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that's more of like a and you always want like
See, it's weird because you say that, but
other people
like,
don't think like that either.
well, a lot of people don't think like that, but like it's also like kind of perspective too, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's like you say that from your perspective, but from my perspective, like I could see Temecula being in like a
Yeah.
store. You know what I mean? Like it's like the way you guys have done it, I could see it being like an actual clothing brand. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's
No.
weird because it's like I know you guys too, so it's like back and forth, but
I mean, I always look at like the way the Full Send and them do. Like, I was listening to a podcast. They always say you want your brand to be bigger than you. So, like for
Yeah.
instance, you know, you go up to Kyle Fordyard, you're most likely going to be like, say Nelk, and then if you think about Nelk, you think about Full Send,
yeah.
and you know that's more of like you always have to have that brand like
Yeah.
bigger than you. Like Happy
Yeah.
Dad eventually is going to be like bigger than them.
100%.
Oh yeah.
That's but again, that's like when I thought of the Media Pub, I tried to do something that I wasn't gonna limit myself to only doing moto. Like,
Yeah.
ideally, we could fucking do whatever under the Media Pub, and it's not weird.
Yeah, it's
you know
just
what I
like
mean?
the platform and then everything you have underneath it or
Yeah.
above it, whatever. But yeah, you guys did do a good job with that though, because I feel like a lot of people are now catching on to the Good Dudes thing.
I just like good dudes more. I mean, not necessarily
But it's a
more,
part
but
of Temecula.
it's just more of a part, and like
Yeah.
it rings for us. And
Yeah,
like
I
I
like
think like for instance, like Clear Dreams is actually a really cool name in
Yeah,
my
I do
eyes.
too.
You know, I think that is something that you can carry on and like actually build up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think it's pretty rare to come up with a name and
Stay with it forever.
Stay with it. Think it's cool for the first 2 months, and then like
Yeah.
after the next 2 months, still think. You know what I mean? Like,
I personally think you could have fucking dog shit on your shirt, and you can make it look cool.
Yeah.
It just says dog shit. I'm guarantee you, can
honestly,
somehow
I,
make
I
it look
know
cool.
what you're saying though. Yeah, you could nowadays. Shit's just
Anything
so
sells.
weird.
Like
Yeah.
it just depends on your style, like the way you put it out to be. That's the way that shirt's gonna be.
Yeah, that's
It's
my-
like it's gonna look way cooler than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is totally off topic, kind of, but
Sorry, it's a safe
trying
place.
to think of how I can word this. It's not weird. I seen you wearing a shirt there for a little bit that had something to do with like.
Your daughter does anal.
Yeah, I didn't really want to say it. I'm really glad you.
I had
took
it in
over.
my brain already.
Dude, I haven't worn that shirt in a while because I went to Encinitas bar.
Dude, you
with
wore it. You've worn it
I wore
out
it a
so
lot.
much.
What was the story
But-
behind that shit? Because at first,
Dude,
I
I just-
honestly,
it's a Pornhub logo.
I told somebody that it was a Temecula shirt, and then I like kind of caught
so
on.
many people wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
kinda
guys
caught
did,
on
you
to
sold
maybe
it,
it
didn't
wasn't.
you?
No, I didn't sell it, but
shit.
Dude, I'm
You
telling you,
wore it out so much.
Spencer's has the most fire shirts.
So that's literally just a Spencer shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
That's
thought you made that.
hilarious.
No, it was just a
Yeah, see,
Spencer.
I
Oh.
might have told you
Yeah.
that
Your
it was a
daughter
Temecula
doesn't-
shirt.
But dude, you wore it out to like the bar, the club, like everywhere.
Dude, it would be the weirdest looked thing. Everybody would just be like, either people would be like, "That's funny as hell," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, boy up,"
You have a good
because
sense
you
of
have
humor.
a fucking sense of humor.
Or they look at you like,
I have a fucking. I have a daughter.
Don't
You
wear
suck.
it to
Yeah.
fucking Carlsbad or Encinitas or Cardiff.
Like a
everywhere.
classy area.
dude, I wore it there and it was mad weird. I was like, I was like, I might need to switch my shirt, and I didn't have an
I feel
extra.
like I'm in elementary school. I got to turn it inside out.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you come back into the bar 10 minutes later.
Dude,
and
at
your
the
shirt's
time I
inside out.
had bleached hair too. I was like, bro, I'm
You look like a-
typical.
so you're just-
I'm
yeah.
so douche.
You're just
dude.
one of
You
those dudes.
straight
Yeah.
freaking douche.
I was like, dang man, I gotta fucking retire
Like,
this thing.
like, yep, this dude definitely does YouTube.
Yeah, well, I was.
Yeah, only wear it to weddings now.
That
Dude,
would be.
but saying
fucking-
shirts, those things go off.
They do. I know. I've noticed that lately.
Yeah, I have an idea with like another branch of like clothing that I want to do, but I don't want to really say it right now.
Yeah, give your idea.
Yeah,
My
I don't want to give my
favorite-
idea away, but I have a really good idea. It's along the lines of something similar.
My favorite thing is of like branding, everything to do with like the perfect brand, the coolest brand, but no fucking work ethic behind it is
Yeah.
like my friend Colin with Golf Sexy.
I haven't
He's
heard it.
actually
Oh,
been
you know
sparking it
what?
up, but
I
like
actually think I did
it's
see something on
the
that
way
recently.
he is so good at like marketing his brand,
Yeah.
but he just doesn't buy stuff. Like I'm like, dude, you're just gonna pump it more.
Oh, really?
Like
He don't have, like,
his like style on it is amazing.
Yeah, it's almost like the Team Fried thing. Like
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah,
they're so good at like exactly that. They could make Maddie could draw up a shirt that literally just says fucking
Penis.
dog shit on it.
Yeah.
And people are gonna fucking love it because it's Team Fried and what a like how perfect of a name, Team Fried. Anything you make, it's like, well, our name's Team Fried. Like, what do you expect?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't,
And
you
I've
can't be
heard
too
Matt say,
judgy.
I've heard Matt say that. Like, our name is Team Fried. Like, if we fuck up your order, what do you expect?
Dude,
Well,
we're
like you're
fried.
it's
from
relatable. I
Team
feel
Fried.
fried every day.
Yeah.
You are fried every day.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. I was really fried when I got here. I was contemplating on if I was going to be able
I don't know
to
what to
do
do with
this.
my hands.
Did I tell you guys the story about my fucking smoking weed experience?
Oh gosh.
I would love to hear it. though.
Yes.
Dude, I called the ambulance on myself. I 911 that bitch.
I'm scared.
But I haven't smoked weed since. Well, I didn't
How
smoke.
long ago was that?
Bro.
When was that?
Dude, it was like a month ago.
This was like
Holy
2-3
shit.
years ago, maybe 5 years
Oh,
ago.
no, it was,
Dog, you ever heard of the
expecting him to
Delta
say, like, 5
gummies?
years ago.
You know those Delta weed? It's like Delta.
Oh, the
it's like a
edible?
lower version of weed. Somebody told me, Caleb, motherfucker, he's like, yo, this will help you sleep because like I have bad sleeping problems. So I was like, cool, like I'll take these Delta gummies, go to sleep. Took like 2 of them, but I think one was attached to it. So I was like, well, 3, fuck it.
they're twins. Might as well.
Bro, I'm not kidding you. I was hallucinating on some shit.
Out of body
I was,
experience.
Dude, homies were walking around my room shadowed as fuck.
No,
I'm sitting there like pulsing, like you know when you see those crackhead videos of their
Yeah.
heart just going like this.
Yeah.
Dead ass thought I was crackhead. Like I was just,
because you don't really smoke at all.
dude. No, I don't. And
That's
like,
funny.
I'm like calling Caleb. I'm like, yo, dude, like,
What the fuck you give me?
I'm
Oh, I
tripping
switched
right
up the
now,
bags.
dude. And you know, and he's like, dude, you're fine. If you're fine, you're fine. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm tripping, buddy. Like,
need
no,
help.
no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Conversation ended. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? I go to Taylor's room and he's like, dude, honestly, like I'm high myself. Like I can't even do. You're tripping me out. And I'm like, well, fuck. Cause I like call Landon
He's
and
like,
he's
dude, I need somebody to help me out here.
dude,
You're
I
not
was
helping.
literally, I was like, fuck it, dude. I said, fuck
911.
it. I said,
No
911.
way.
No.
I said, bro, they came right here at the stairway and was dead ass was like, yo, you good? Like, they're like, I was like, dude,
It was a wellness check.
I was
He's
like,
just standing at the top of the stairs, like,
my
I don't
dumb-
really know what to do here.
My dumbass said I took a weed pill, and they were like, "Oh, pill." So they thought I was on drugs on some
Oh,
shit.
no.
I was like, "No, you guys are dummy tripping. I'm not on drugs. I took weed, and I'm just tripping out. I
I'm
need
tripping, but you're
oxygen
tripping."
because I can't breathe."
yeah.
Took me to the ambulance, bro, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Bro, I shouldn't have been in here."
Oh my
No
gosh.
way, so they took you to the hospital.
Bro, I was puking and everything. It was fucked.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What happened when you got to the hospital? They just feed you some food and you're good?
IV?
No. They fucking. The worst part was I was in just my fucking sweats, no shirt, nothing. And they
kinda look
I pulled up to
cracked.
the hospital. I
gonna say,
looked like a crackhead.
Yeah, you got to the hospital and they're
just
like, oh,
put
we
me
got
in the
another
guy
emergency
on.
room.
Oh
And
my
I'm just sitting there in the emergency room, like even more.
That make me
tripping.
trip more, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I was
that
like, dude,
would
Landon,
make-
pick me up right now. He comes, picks me up in his fucking
just
smart
bailed?
car.
Who picked you up?
Landon. Sellers.
You just ran
That's
out?
awesome.
I was
Shout
just
out
like,
to
got
Wayne.
out that bitch. I was like, bro.
Honestly, that
Escaped
would
the
trip me
freaking-
out way more
Yeah.
being in that environment while that's
I haven't
happening.
smoked
For
weed
sure.
since.
Then, if I had been there and
probably
I'm
wouldn't
tripping out, I'd have been like, okay, there's some serious shit wrong. Like, this is bad.
Right.
I haven't smoked weed since.
Yeah, I would not do that.
Bro, I'm talking.
That's
like,
so funny. You don't even, you don't even drink that heavy, huh?
I mean, I just don't go overboard. I have like a
Yeah.
governor.
Yeah.
I just like to watch my friends get drunk.
I was gonna say because I feel
And then
like
video them.
I feel like a lot of people think that you guys are just like totally fucking
The perspective is hilarious.
wasted,
Yeah.
off the walls all the times, and like obviously knowing you like
Dude,
you're a
it's-
grinder, like you're
It's
a
the
fucking
best
working
shit
most of
ever
the
though,
time.
because I like that people think like that. I don't care
Yeah.
because I don't care what people think.
It's all about
Like everybody's
perception
like,
to other
so,
people.
everybody thinks like their life has to go a certain way, and why aren't you like aligned and doing everything proper? Dude, I'm having fun,
Yeah,
you know, and like everybody's like thinks I'm just like this
Yeah.
fried
Super
ass
loose,
kid, probably super loose and stuff, and I'm like. Dude, my friends are awesome. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
my friends are. I mean, Jackson doesn't drink like barely ever.
I know. I was gonna say
Yeah.
same thing with Jackson. Like,
Rizzy
he-
barely rare if
Jackson's
Rizzy
like-
drinks.
like there's a
Jackson
small
just
realm of
smokes
us.
weed and
Yeah,
just
there's a small like
chills.
percentage of us that can be fully functional and like productive while ripped.
Yeah.
and Jackson's
one of those.
dudes.
He can
Yeah.
smoke weed and just be hanging out.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm like, dude, no, everybody's fucking staring at me right now, dude. I'm
Yeah. Right.
tripping.
I'm so weird. Like I'll be doing shit for a while or whatever, and I'm just like, I need a bong rip to like bring me back down to everybody else's level.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like
I need to be brought down.
my brain's just so fucking wide open all the time, and even
It makes my brain faster.
yeah.
I don't know. It hits me differently.
Yeah, it's weird. It does affect everybody differently.
Oh yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
It doesn't affect me well.
I've tried making Miriam smoke bombs,
Oh, dude.
and it just doesn't ever go good.
I've done it a couple times. I don't get sick or anything, like, you know what I mean, but
you don't love it.
I don't love it. No,
Like you can tell the face somebody makes when they don't love ripping a bong.
no, I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there like,
Yeah. Do you don't have to answer this because this is totally live and public to everybody to see. But do you smoke weed or drink or anything? So you're pretty just straight edge,
That's good.
clear drinks.
Those are like the actual
that's
like.
pretty clear dreams. Mine are foggy. Mine are really foggy.
Yours are.
I think a lot of
Mine are
young,
dead.
I think a lot of younger kids get that like kind of they get that wrong. That's
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't blame anybody for drinking and having a good time,
Yeah,
but
for
like
sure.
it's the best shit ever. It's the most funniest, the best nights I've had are from drinking with my friends. You know, I've had a lot of good nights.
Yeah.
But if you can kind of balance it where you're like more
that.
focused on something else, like you got to have like some type of like doing something during the
Yes,
week.
right.
Yeah.
You know, like
And that's exactly how I feel about it. Like if you're able to like be really into something else, like totally cool. Go do your thing. Like everybody
Yeah.
has their like form of release, you know? But I know a lot of people that like that's their highlight. Like every week is
a lot of
just
people
going out.
like I have a story when I went to Caleb's the other night. This chick, I'm not gonna say her name. I walk in and she's like, Shane, where's your fucking camera? Where's your camera, Shane? And I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
She's like, why don't you fucking film this? Just pouring beers on herself and just like foaming out the mouth. I'm like, bro, drink some fucking water. We're talking to me. And like,
help.
I'm just like chilling and she's just like, nah, fucking film this, Shane. Just like pressing me hella.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what
No,
the fuck? And
I
then she's
don't.
like talking to another friend. She's like, yeah, I'm good at what I fucking do. And I was just like, dude, I had to say it. I was like, you're great. You're great at what you do. Working for people is sick.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she's like, I'll buy your fucking house right now. And I was like, dude, you should. She's like, dude, and she's like, I'll pay your fucking rent, dude. You make nothing. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm down.
Do it.
Yeah.
What are you
Let's
talking
do it.
about?
I'm
She don't
not-
make shit. I'm like, you're right.
Like I'm not.
What are we arguing?
I'm
You're
not
right.
arguing.
There's no
here.
argument
Like,
She
here.
said, get a fucking job, like talking
I
the
should.
most. And
why
I was
was
like,
she so mad at you?
dude, I
you wouldn't
don't
do
know.
it.
She targeted me, bro, like as if like I was like talking the most about her at one point in her life. And she's like, yeah, you talk shit to everybody at the time. I was like, dude, you're so irrelevant to my life to even care to talk shit on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
And-
would take caring and energy to hate back.
I'm like, dude, I don't care about you enough. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk
I
bad
don't
about
want to be
you.
mean to you.
Like right now, I'm telling you exactly what happened to this chick. So I'm just sitting on the chair chilling. She grabs my legs and pulled me and slammed me on my back.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that just
What?
happened. Yeah. This happened last night
Wow.
Holy shit.
or the night before last, and I was just like, all right, later.
I'm out.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm talking like
Wish you were a
you
man.
guys will
I'd
run
smack
into
you.
that. I'm so sure people just thinking you're fucking. Yo, hey, where's your dirt bike, dude? Why aren't
Yeah,
you riding your dirt
Everyone's
bike
labeled
right
by
now?
something.
Yeah,
You're the
that's
camera
true.
guy. We're the dirt bike guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but sick. She's
or
the
like podcasting.
She's drunk.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna talk about it. She's got she probably has a good job and she does good for herself, whatever.
Good for her.
But like, dude,
But don't hate on me.
Dude, I'm just sitting here.
You should have been like, who hurt you?
Dude, I'm like, I just suggested to drink some water. You're foaming at the mouth, bud. You're
Yeah.
jaw swapping. Chill.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
what made me think of this is you're the exact same way. But one thing that I really like about you, Christian, is I don't think I've ever heard you talk bad about anybody ever.
That is a big.
Like I don't think I've
perspective
ever
on a
heard
lot
you
of
say a
people.
negative thing about anybody. Like I'll just be shit talking on somebody, and you're like, yeah, he's a super nice dude,
I
though.
don't know.
And-
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised.
No, I try
that
not
is
to
like
shit
a
talk.
that
You're
is
the
like
same way, though.
That is
I've
like
never
a
heard
something you
like-
see into somebody.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, what do they say about me?
Yeah.
You know, when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
whenever
for
you're
sure.
like
100%.
with somebody, you're like you don't know.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
definitely goes along the lines with like a character trait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of. I think that's kind of like what you just said, but I don't really talk shit on anybody because like I feel like growing up, I was always like that kid that was like, oh, I don't know who's talking shit about me, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, it
Yeah.
takes energy. And
You're also
time
a
to-
shy guy.
like,
You're
yeah.
also a
Yeah.
shy guy too.
Yeah, you are kind of shy, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I was born that way.
He's all built like this, bro.
I was built this way.